What's going on, kind folks out there? Happy New Year, happy 2022. And you are watching or listening to another episode of the Game & Watch podcast. This is episode number 69. I'm your boy, your host, Justin Reed, aka Too Tall for You Fool. And I am joined today by my co-host. First, from episode 29 and a half. Yes, we did 2 episodes 29 that week. He was on episode 29 and a half. Is making his Game & Watch podcast return. Ted, aka the Teditor. How you doing, Ted?
Yo, what's happening, everybody? Can you hear me? We good? Mic check, 1 2 1 2.
Yeah, mic check 1 2. Definitely welcome back to the show, man. It's been a long time.
And I'm gonna put the energy out there real quick. Episode 69. Nice.
It's not even over yet. It's just getting started. All right. We also got one of our usual co-hosts, Mr. Madness, Mark. How you doing, my man?
Yo, what up? 2022 in the house. Let's do it.
2022. Yes, Happy New Year, Mark. And of course, my main man, the F-man, OVG RView Gaming himself, the producer, the mastermind, Finest Dabs. What's up?
Hey, what's going on, peeps? Oh,
yes.
So glad to be here.
Yes, we all are glad to be here. All right, just a little reminder that the Game & Watch podcast is an RView Gaming or OVG production. For your viewing pleasure, we stream on Facebook Live, Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. For your listening pleasure, we are all on all listening platforms, wherever you listen to your podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. We're there, and we have a Patreon, so you can donate to us. Anything donated to us will make this show better for all of us. Links to wherever you want to follow any of us will be in the description, along with the sources that we're using for today's show. All right, so before we get into the show, how y'all doing? How's it going? 2022. It's a new year, new cheer. Talk to me, guys.
I'll kick this off right off. I was spoiled. My work just gave us a week off, so
that's awesome.
I've been doing nothing but playing games. I was able to get myself that box over there. That Series X right there. So
it's a fridge, right? How big is the fridge?
Dude, it is incredible. It keeps everything frigid. No. I was able to get a Series X. So made my holiday Christmas gift to myself. Had to get one of those stupid GameStop bundles. So
Other
than that. But doesn't matter. I'm happy as can be. How you guys doing?
Hey,
I'll tell you this. I can't wait for my kid to go back to school. Okay. I'll put it at that. I'm taking the first day he goes back to school off from work. It's like, I need my own little holiday, you know?
Oh, yes. That's awesome.
No kids on this side over here, but at the same time, very, very happy, very seeing what's going on. I still have a lot of more time. I'm in grad school for PhD right now. So we got extended, our holiday got extended for COVID reasons. So hey, good, I guess. But so I got more time off. So now playing games, just chilling. No kids on this front. So I am enjoying the time at home.
Well, that's definitely good. Definitely thank you all for sharing. We'll definitely get into New Year's resolutions that we have for gaming and not gaming also. And then we're also going to talk about the 2022 preview. What we expect to see from all the companies, whether it be Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, PC, VR, even retro, just anything we're looking forward to. It's going to be a mini roundtable for our main discussion topic today. But first, we're all sports fans, so I figured we'd kick this off, just remembering the man behind the one of the most popular sports franchises ever. Well, actually not in just sports gaming, but all of gaming. John Madden passed away right before the new year. So sorry to hear that. But the Madden games, it's they've done very, very well over the course of since 1986, I believe. And I want to just read a little quote here from the IGN article.
Yeah.
Yep. So I guess in 1986, EA wanted to create a unique football game with its then president Trip Hawkins and programmer Robin Altonic. Other staff members pitched the idea to Madden on a train to a broadcast he was heading to, and they quickly learned that he wasn't going to be very easy to get his name on a game. He pretty much said, if it isn't 11 on 11, it isn't real football, because I guess due to limitations at the time, they wanted to do like 7 on 7 or something like that.
6 on 6, I think it was actually. Or, yeah, exactly. Yes.
Something like that. So
he was like, nah.
So pretty much he worked with them, and then in 1988, the first John Madden football was released for the Apple II, and the rest would pretty much just be history. It's made over $4 billion in sales over its lifetime. It's the only official licensed NFL game out there. So we're all football fans here. I know, Finance, you played. Ted, you played. I'm not sure about you, Mark, but
I played Madden.
I meant play football in general. Just
like actual, like get outside and play. I don't.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm too in. I was more of a basketball player.
Yeah, same here.
Basketball and baseball were mine, but yeah, Madden was a big deal. I worked at GameStop for 10 years. Okay, well, off and on for 10 years. Madden was a big freaking deal. Still is.
Midnight releases, baby.
Midnight releases. Before it even had a street date, Madden was a big deal. Like my area would go and they would pick it up straight from the plane and deliver them to the stores, and we would have it whenever we had it. It was there like 9:00. Like before there was a street day thing, Walmart and everybody started complaining because we would get it first. But it was always a huge deal, and we always did like crazy sales those days. It was a lot of people who don't play sports games don't understand how much of a big deal it is. Just to the whole world. Without Madden and without Madden football, these other games probably don't exist to the extent that they do now.
Yeah, it really did kick off a thing, especially in the 90s with the Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo. I mean, they were a big deal. It is a big deal. I know our overseas people aren't with us today, but yeah, it's here in the States, it's a very big deal.
Yeah. On top of that, I'm going to piggyback on it from like the actual football side as well, being someone who played football and works in sports still and does a lot of that stuff. Madden himself was basically for about 2 generations was the impetus and the kind of the starting fire for many people to get into football, like period. Like it was because of John Madden. It was the way he taught, the way he coached, the way he broadcast, every aspect of John Madden, from his personality, from the things he touched, from the way he just talked to players, talked to people, was so like infectious that made people want to either play football, coach football, or be involved with football. And then when you slap that onto the games, it introduced a lot of quote gamers of the time, because no such thing as a gamer anymore. Everybody plays video games. But back in the day, but we're all a little bit older. Back in the day, there was the divide of gamers, but it also introduced people in video games and gamers to sports, and maybe made people go outside a little more. Because I know I played football, and I remember those old games, Madden 92, playing here, all those games, and the Sega Genesis, and even beyond, hearing Pat Summerall and John Madden's voices on it, being like, whoa, cool, that's who I watched, at Monday nights with my dad in the living room. It's the same thing. I'm playing the football. And so it really kind of got me kind of jazzed to play football. And that's just kind of one of the things. It's like that personality loss is going to be huge, not just for the industry, but for, again, sports and everything as a whole. So
yeah, true that. I mean, for me, he's so important to me and my family. Just taking the Raiders to the Super Bowl in '77, man, that my family's been waiting for that all over again. It's all my family such big Raiders fans, and therefore John Madden fans, because he's just, like you said, the impetus of football, and what he meant for football was just just incredible. And the impact that he's had on not only video game culture and just like ensuring that it was authentic and that it was real, was absolutely amazing. And yeah, he will be missed.
Yeah, I look at the games back then. Definitely, I don't think the 2K series with NBA and just FIFA. I don't think they would be at the levels they're at. Without John Madden football. Just I think
Yeah.
I look at
And
sports games. It starts with that. At the end
right,
of
and
the day.
remember those first couple years, they didn't even have the NFL license. It was just Madden
Yeah,
football
yeah,
that sold just on his name.
1990 was
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think they
So
had it till like 93. They had like the
Well,
actual
yeah,
team license.
yeah,
they
They might have
had
had the
some of
players
the
first.
they had players. Yeah, exactly. Because I used to play Joe Montana football a lot back
yeah.
in
They
the
had Joe
day. Like
Montana football, and then
that had
what
all the
was it?
teams. That had the NFL license then. Yeah,
Tecmo Bowl.
Tecmo
Real
had the
talk
license.
football, right?
Yeah, real talk football. Yep, exactly. And
Oh,
those were all like the big games. But yeah, then Madden just kind of took off. I think I don't know if you guys off the top of your head can think of like the first Madden game that blew your mind, but for me it was Madden 94 on the gen. I was just like, holy God, this is amazing. Like it was just like that's when because I was playing again Joe Montana football, which is great, which is fun. But when I played Madden 94, I was just like, this is insane. There's no going back from all the voice clips, from the way the players moved. I was hooked. And so that what kind of got me on it.
yeah. Well, that's good. I gotta ask, what do you guys think of the quality of the Madden games lately? I've heard not very good things about them over the years. Like the last couple have not been very good, from what I've
It's
heard.
the games are mostly the same, and I still have issues
Cookie cutter.
with. There's so many issues with like how some like playing defense, like cornerbacks. It's just like it's never quite right. It's always quite off. Like 2K has been able to really get basketball to feel like basketball.
Hmm.
Madden,
Hey.
it's just missing something. I don't know what it is, but it just doesn't feel quite right.
Yeah, definitely today. I think 2K is definitely the best sports game out there, in my opinion. Maybe
Yeah, I
FIFA
mean,
also.
but I mean, Madden has had the NFL license for such a long time. They stopped everyone else from getting the license, so you don't have competitors to level up your game. There's no one to innovate, and so Madden just keeps on coming out with these games, and it's just incremental changes, and it's not always for the better. Sometimes they make changes, like they've done with Madden 2021, which wasn't necessarily as well received because it's just incremental changes, very, like you said, cookie cutter. But yeah, I don't know. Well, I think they have the license for another couple of years,
Yeah.
so hopefully
they're all serviceable though. I think they're all serviceable, but like you said, to taking the next step is just we'll see where it goes. But I think, like you said, like I'm optimistic. Listen, I kind of fell off Madden about 6 years ago. I haven't really been on it tough. Like, I mean, the last one I played a lot of was probably Madden 2016, and that was the 25th year one, right? Like, I think that was the one.
Yeah, I think
25
so.
year. Yeah, I think 2015. Yeah, I think. And then I played a little 2016, but I haven't really played a lot since. But like you said, like, hey, the biggest innovation for me was the truck stick. Remember that one? The truck stick, baby. Oh man.
Well, Mark. Sometimes I know you feel like you're the only sports guy on this podcast, but you got your wish. We talked some sports for once.
Well, hey, I mean,
we
it's
can
time to
talk
talk
sports
sports.
anytime,
We can talk
baby.
sports. The people who didn't show up this week, I don't say didn't show up, but the people who couldn't make it this week, they're not really sports people.
Yeah,
So it's fine.
that
It's
makes
cool.
sense.
Hey, we can
I'm not
talk it
playing
all day, baby.
games
As
right
long as we don't
now,
talk
right?
NBA, I'm good, right, Justin?
Oh, shut up, man.
That's
You
fake.
don't.
Fake.
It's not fake. It's not fakes. And then the Suns got lucky
WWE,
last year.
NBA. Same.
I guess. All right. Well, let's stay on the NFL for just a minute. I'm going to go a little off the board
Shots
here.
fired.
Little bit of a quick question. What sports franchise has their own gaming studio? I'm not talking esports, just regular sports.
Actually, I do know of one.
I only
other
know the
than
answer because
one.
you told me.
Yeah,
I know. I know, but I knew one and that's tied very closely to the answer. Can I throw another one out there?
Sure.
The LA Galaxy actually started an esports team. They actually are fielded. They did that in 2017, 2018, and I think they're still doing it. It's an actual esports team, part of their LA Galaxy club. But yeah, and I went to one of their events.
Yeah, I think the 76ers also sponsor an esports team,
The
but
Knicks do as well.
yeah, but oh, the Knicks do now. All right, all right. But yeah, I saw this during the holiday. I was going to say San Diego Chargers. The LA Chargers have
It
their
should be
own
you.
gaming studio. The LA Chargers have their own gaming studio, and I don't know if you see the videos of this, but
Mhm.
this studio looks sick. They just don't have current gaming; they have everything in the studio, dude.
Mm.
I think all sports teams just gotta take after that. It's like I look at my game room, and it's just like I could do so much better. Finance, you're probably jealous of them what they got in there too. They
No,
are you
look at
serious?
this is
Look
If you
behind him. He's
watch
got
the
the
video
PS3.
and
He's
look,
got the Xbox
yeah,
One. He's
I
got
know.
everything. He's got a full size fridge.
This
set.
is true. No, I mean no. This is it's not like they've built like this like building dedicated for gaming or anything like that. It's the SoFi Stadium. It's in the SoFi Stadium. So they spent $6 billion and they get a tiny little room in it. You know, there's 257 like different restaurants and affiliates and everything in that stadium. Yeah, give me $6 billion. I will show you a gaming studio.
All right. Well,
And
they
it'll look
said
a
that they're
ton
going to
better.
build one at their El Segundo facility when that's done, which
Yeah.
is in the LA area. So I mean, I'm willing to see if how it goes. I mean, it looks like these guys have tournaments, they have fun, but like you said, Ted, no one's a gamer. There's no such thing as gamer anymore. Everyone's a gamer, right? So it's like
I'm gonna be real with you. It does look rad. It's cool, and this goes all the way back. Not just throw it out there. I used to work in the NFL. I used to coach in the NFL. On the Vikings, we had a player lounge, and in there was about 6, 7, 8 consoles. So this is nothing new, but I just think with the actual dedication to what they did to make it a specific gaming room by throwing the NES, the Genesis, the 64, all the different things to make, hey, this is a room for gaming and to lounge. Because, homies, I mean, again, playing in college, like we would sleep in our locker rooms, naps and stuff. It's what we did in a facility. But having a dedicated room kind of makes it more news, because in every player's lounge, you're gonna have we're a bunch of young dudes when we're playing, right? You got to have some games. That's what we did. You're competitive, so anything competitive. And if you looked at the video they're watching, oh yeah, they play Madden and FIFA and Call of Duty. Okay.
and they have Mario Kart tournaments.
Hey,
And
what
they have
about Final Fantasy XIV, right?
If you actually
Saga
stop
Frontier.
the video and look at the games that they have like on the shelf, it's some
Mortal
pretty
Kombat.
poor choices here. Like, what are we talking about?
Right.
Why do they got Madden 08 on the
Hey,
Wii?
'cause that's
Why?
on the Wii. On the Wii,
On
that's
the
bad.
Wii?
The Madden 08 is a good. That's a very good game though.
Madden
Madden
Mario
08.
Party 8. I don't know.
Mario
Probably like
Kart,
the
Mario
worst
Kart 64. That's
Party.
a Mario Kart
Yeah.
64. I saw that one.
And then the
but
Tiger
I
Woods
like the old.
2003 on the GameCube.
That's
what-
that's good. That's a good one.
In
04 is
order to
better.
be a gamer, you don't have to play good games. You just have to play games, right?
Right.
Yeah.
What are these
And
choices?
they're all retro
Come on.
consoles. I mean, those are like considered some of the best for those consoles. I mean, that's fine. Like again, if you're getting a Wii, obviously you're gonna get Wii Sports. But if you want to get a sports game, I guess Madden 08 on the Wii was the one that went with the Wii, right?
Yeah.
I
I'll give
mean,
it that
yeah,
much.
the license. But no, it was. I think the story was about it was the fact that it was just a dedicated game room besides just a player's lounge, which has
Yeah.
systems in there. So I mean, that's coming from my experience seeing it. But yeah, it's cool, great novel. And if these dudes, I mean, obviously these dudes are like 22, 20, 25 years old, 26, 27 at the most. So they're not going to have like a big retro collection, so to speak. But if they do, they can theoretically bring some of their stuff in and play it. Cool. I gotta get them on some game juice, right?
Yeah.
Send them, hey, Chargers.
Game juice. Yeah. Clean those cartridges.
I will
no.
actually. I'll hit my peeps at the Chargers. Actually, I know a bunch of people there. I'll be like, hey, can you buy some game juice for your game room?
All right, guys. So if you couldn't find a PS5 or Xbox Series X for Christmas, what was your next best choice? How about the Quest 2? No, not the 3DS. I got that.
That's coming later. That was foreshadowing.
Oh yes, he has it in his
These?
background.
Give me one of
That
these.
it was.
Yeah,
that
see,
it
now
was it.
The Quest
Yes.
2. You can't really
I
see it
almost
'cause my
bought that.
camera's
I
on.
almost bought that 3 days
Yes.
ago. I seriously almost bought that.
And it's kind of crazy. Even if my wife is telling me about it, like how many people have actually got this thing, and it's seen a spike in sales during the holiday, and I gotta know, is this going to be the next thing if people can't get their hands on the Series X or the PS5? I mean, you
I
got
don't-
one, Mark. How is it? I mean, have you opened it up yet?
Oh man, I've had it for months. I've had it since like summertime. I decided I wanted to get a VR system. I had an extra Xbox I wasn't using because I'm crazy. I don't know. I had 3 Xboxes in my house at one point because
Can I buy
I don't
one?
have. I
need
had
one.
one TV. It needs an Xbox, and I had one I never used, so I sold it and got an Oculus. I love my Oculus. It's great. Um, there's a lot of different games on it. It's just Beat Saber is the big one. Like everybody knows Beat Saber. That's probably like my favorite game, but there's not to say that there aren't others on there. Whether or not people bought an Oculus because they couldn't get a Series X or a PS5, that's a whole debate. Probably do a whole show about that. But the Quest is worthy. The Quest is worthy. It's legitimate, and what makes it so easy, it's just there's no wires, there's nothing. You just plug and go. You can take it. You can take it anywhere, too. So visiting family for Christmas, you can take it with you. You just need a little bit of space to play. And it's always fun to see, your parents try virtual reality stuff.
Right. Just make sure you have a puke bucket next to them. So
So do you think we would have seen the spike then, regardless of like if there was PS5s and Xboxes?
They were really pushing it this holiday
they're so
season.
cheap. They're so cheap.
It's cheap. It's accessible. The games are half as price. Half as much. But
You
the
can
big thing
hack
was
it.
the marketing push. The marketing push was insane. I saw ads. I don't watch TV. I still saw ads for Oculus all over because it's on Facebook. It's owned by Facebook.
And do you know why I actually was planning on it? First of all, because it's such a great entry level for the price that you mentioned. Like honestly, like if you want to, I would love to get the like the high end, the $1,000 deal, because again, my PC can handle it. Crazy experiences, awesome. But like for $399 or $299, some of the bundles that were coming out, that's less than these new consoles coming out to have these great VR experiences that, hey, that are awesome. And that's such a great entry point, and then it works well. But one of the main pushes for me, the only reason that I was going to get one was because they finally stopped the requirement of the Facebook account on the Meta account. So I was like, all right, I'm in. I'm in. So now 3 days ago, I sat down, but we had some other like expenses coming out. Like my wife has to help her mom with surgery. So we like, okay, I'll wait. But like, it was right, and I was like, I want to buy. I was right there. I was right there, man.
Is this? I mean, is it? These are going to still be called the Oculus though, because in October,
Meta
Facebook.
Yeah, Meta.
So does it say Meta on the box then? Is it still?
No,
Oculus?
these are the last. They're just getting rid of the last.
Okay.
But now they're rebranded starting this year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's gonna
maybe mine will be a collector's box one day.
Maybe, definitely.
Hey, you know what? They're distancing themselves from Palmer.
Yeah.
Wait, Palmer or Mark or Zuckerberg? I don't know.
I mean, I love it. I love my Oculus. My kid loves it. So
yeah, sure.
The kids can do it.
How old is
he's about to turn 10. So
okay.
He's right at that age where
perfect.
it's like it's just cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I would only really invest into it if my wife really wanted it. I mean, something we could do together, because I think she's a little curious. I'd have to ask her more about it, but otherwise, me personally, and I don't know what it is. It's just the whole VR thing hasn't really grown on me yet. But I mean,
it's awesome.
We'll see. I mean, I definitely will have an open mind with it. I mean, I want to learn more. I want to see where it gets people. So
yeah, AJ, man, remember when we went to E3, the outdoor showcase?
Oh,
so it wasn't directly an E3.
It was E3 Live. E3 Live.
It was out there in the live area. I know.
We went there.
It was so horrible. For the HTC Vive, they had these demos where they were trying to show off VR.
Horrible.
And that's the thing. In order to transition to VR, you have to experience good VR.
That was bad VR.
So many people that have experienced bad VR, or like, done the PSVR or whatever, or Google Cardboard or one of these just
Nintendo Labo or
they don't want to jump back in. There's no reason that entices you. Yeah. The Samsung one. There was no, it turns you off of VR. Like I know a lot of people that just don't want to jump back in because they're like, oh, been there, done that, and it was a horrible experience. I felt sick. I felt whatever.
Maybe that was it. I mean, because E3 Live, it was right before they opened it back up to the public that next year. So we're stoked to go there. We're so excited, and it was.
They're broadcasting like NBA games in VR now.
Yeah.
Like
They've been doing that
official
for a couple of years now.
broadcasts.
Yeah.
They really brought it back this year that they're doing it. So it's pretty cool. I did
The
baseball
Vive
last year. It was
Pro is
pretty cool.
good though. The Vive Pro is good. The Valve Index is good. They're very good systems. Like I mean, same, but like for $1,300, $1,200, $1,500, and then you have to have the Beast PC to go with it. So your entry point is $4,000. It's like, and I'm looking right here. Oh yeah, Oculus Quest 2, Best Buy, $299, free shipping.
Yeah, it's the entry point. It's
No brainer. It's
as
like
good as you're gonna get for that price, and they're
10 out
probably
of 10.
losing money on it.
Oh, so
Yeah.
10 out of 10 for the Vive and the Valve for the great thing for that $1,500 price tag, or 8 out of 10, 8.5 for the Oculus. Ease of setup, no wires, $300. I mean, that's just common sense. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, and the fact that you can, for me, what I would do with the Oculus Quest if I got it, I would wire it to my PC for the extra power and get the extra games for the, so that's what I would do. So, I mean, I would use it obviously with the wireless for the inside out tracking, but I'd also wire it to the PC for other experiences. So,
yeah. And they keep on loading up with more gigs every year, or not every
Yeah.
year, but they
Yeah.
just
I know. I
did,
didn't get the big one.
yeah.
I got a smaller one.
Yeah, the $299 one. Yeah, who cares? It doesn't matter. Like, just put it on your computer. It's fine.
I don't got a beefy computer. That's my issue.
Well, I'm saying you can just do the game.
Yeah, I know.
You can put a few games on there and just switch them out. It's
put it on a hard drive and then just swap them whenever you need it.
yeah, swap them.
Yeah, just do what you gotta do there. All right, so I guess a Kickstarter started and then it's been canceled, but it looks like they're still gonna go through with this. But this Kickstarter looks really good, and it had a lot of backers too. This Panda GameCube controller. Looks like they opened it up, but then they canceled it because they could no longer guarantee the release date. But they're still going to go through with it. But we don't really see this a whole lot, where it's just like you get a lot of backers for a Kickstarter or Indiegogo campaign, and then they just up and cancel it. I mean, I haven't seen one that's gotten a lot of backers as much as this one, but it looks like they're still going to do it. But I'm thinking the main reason why they canceled it was because it looks like they don't have enough to produce for all their, promised backers. Anyway, what do you guys thoughts on
about this? Didn't we? Didn't we talk about this a couple shows ago? I thought we did. Maybe not.
Not that I remember.
I don't think we talked about this one.
Maybe we talked about it in the Discord. I thought the idea was great. I didn't realize there was such a big market for it, because they did get so much.
It got a lot
of backers, but they weren't going to be able to ship everything to like 2023, and they felt bad. The parts are hard to get right now.
Yeah. I mean, I agree.
They didn't have to give everybody's money back, but I give them mad props for doing that, because they didn't have to do that. They could have just kept promising, it's coming.
Well, I mean, it shows the integrity that this company has, the honesty, and that's what you want to see sometimes in this space, just
right.
Be
until they decide that they make a whole bunch and then jack up the price. We'll see if they go there.
And Mark, we did talk about Kickstarter just in general, and how like supporting Kickstarters has just been like a mess, and our bad experiences and stuff like that. But yeah, we didn't talk about this one, this specific.
It might have just been in the Discord. I know I talked about it before.
I think it was. Yeah, it could have just been in Discord, but yeah, we haven't talked about the Panda controller, not on the show yet. But yeah, I thought this looks like a pretty cool controller. If you want to use it on your GameCube or for your Switch, because GameCube, even though it was I'm just gonna say this about the GameCube, it's more popular now than it was back then. But the controller, I think, is just people just love that controller for some reason.
Smash Brothers.
Yeah. You know what? I got one in there. If I have to play someone, I got a connector and a GameCube controller. My brother, he's a big Smash Brothers player. He has a wireless one for the Switch. So, I mean, it's still a very popular controller. Not the best of designs. It's better than the N64 controller. I'll give it that much. But
anything's better than the N64. What are you talking about? You need 3 hands to play that thing.
Yeah. The Mario Party loves. Real talk. Yeah, definitely. All right, so I figured I'd bring that up for a minute. So who had a Game Boy growing up? I didn't. My first Game Boy was actually a Game Boy Advance.
Absolutely, Game Boy, baby.
No, nothing. Not even a Game Boy Color, like during the whole Pokemon craze.
I had a Game Boy Advance that I bought with my own money my senior year of high school.
Oh man, I had them all. I've had every single one.
Boy,
and I know the F-Man had one for sure.
Yeah, I had a couple. I had a Game Boy Advance and
I have a
Game
GBA
Boy
sitting
SP.
right here that I've been playing.
But yeah, I guess there was they were going to come out with something back then called the Page Boy, which was similar to the Work Boy. And this was a pretty unique tool because it had it was going to have an address book, a world clock, the ability to have conversations with people. It was pretty much going to be what a smartphone is now, I believe. And this is I was just like, why didn't they put this thing out? Sometimes
Nintendo,
I think
who knows? They do their own. Could you imagine sending selfies through the internet using a Game Boy camera and then using your Page Boy to send such a low quality selfie? I mean, come on.
Well, they had the Game Boy camera.
It just sounds ridiculous.
Yeah, it would have been like in 72p, like if even that. Like
72p, that would have taken like 45 minutes to load up.
Oh yeah,
you remember
dial up.
You guys don't remember looking at certain images as young men and how long it took to load. So imagine.
Oh
yeah. So imagine that. Yeah, right. Like 72, that would take you like 45 minutes. You'd have to go away, get a snack, and come back.
Everything's a sprite. Like everything looks like just like an image of sprites like coming through.
Oh yeah, it's just like it's just like 4 blocks. His eyes are like black squares and like your head. It's just like
there goes my Aunt Helen. Look at how good she looks. Yeah.
I mean, I think I would have given them A for effort on it. I mean, maybe
this camera though is a fire.
Yeah.
I mean,
they came out with like better cameras later on.
Do you remember the Gamecom?
Yes.
Right. Oh, so I feel like it was like they were gonna, if that was a hit, they were gonna release this and be like, Gamecom, screw it, stick with Nintendo. We've got like a Gamecom kind of thing.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god, that was like it's like almost like it
was
like
Tiger
LCD
handheld.
screen. Yes, it was an LCD screen type. Yes, I remember that thing. That was
and you could hook that into the internet to get your email on it. It's like the first system that went online like that to read your email. I don't know why you don't want to read your email on this thing, but you could. Nintendo has all these ideas. If somebody else's idea takes off, they want to be ready to go right away, I feel like.
And they also hit market way too early for things. They're a company that takes risks and a company that doesn't take risks. It's so weird. They'll take like the craziest risks, the wildest crap ever. They're like, wow. And then a lot of times too early, they fail miserably. But then a lot of times they hit big with the Wii and all that kind of stuff. But then they're so conservative on other markets. Nintendo's weird. Like, just, I don't even, like, it's strange. Like,
they
I don't
take
even know what they're doing
motion
these
controls, and then like everyone else copied them, and like they were like the innovator, bringing like the Wii and the.
It wasn't even that they were the first. They were just they did it the best at that time.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, definitely true that. But I figured I'd bring it up just to see, like, would Nintendo have a hit? Maybe back when it came out, I think we would be like, "Oh man, this is awesome!"
So many Nintendo things, though. The DD, the freaking like the Nintendo service, like you could like do your email from like your game. It's just They canceled so many things.
Nintendo
they
TV
did release
on the Wii U. I remember that.
Yeah, the Virtual Boy. Oh, whoops.
Worst controller ever, by the way.
No, N64 is worst controller. Virtual Boy's bad. Virtual Boy's bad. Virtual Boy is basically kind of like a deformed GameCube controller. It's the same thing. It's the same idea with that huge button and everything, but I don't know.
It was Virtual Boy was Atari VR. Like that's what I think of, like the Virtual Boy, but all in red. Like.
Yeah. Virtual Boy, talk about bad VR, yeah. Oh man. All right. So I guess we have another game delay on our hands. Final Fantasy XVI is delayed by almost 6 months due to COVID-19.
Was there actually a release date for it?
I don't know. I think
they said this year. They said, it's
Q4 of
so yeah, it was supposed to be They said they had a big announcement last year. They said they had a big announcement for
Yeah, I
this
heard
year.
them on the game on the
Yeah,
Giant Bombcast. They
and it
talked
was
about that.
it's supposed to be Q1. But then they basically said like, hey, I actually don't have any announcement. My announcement is that it's delayed. But so that was kind of sorry. But then they did release a trailer that actually had gameplay in it, and we got that popping up right now.
Okay,
So-
cool. Let me see. Let's see what we got.
I just
Yeah.
like, oh, we're delaying this game 6 months that we never actually gave a release date to. So
Or
I
haven't
don't know
talked
how
about
that
since
works.
the
How does that
announcement
work?
in 2018. Like, okay.
But I mean, I know people have been waiting for this game, so I mean,
Yeah.
you're
kind
expecting
of.
to hear.
Kind of.
I mean,
Yeah.
I was kind of hyped like by the original trailer like that they showed. I was like, okay, like it seems like it seems like they've taken so many lessons.
This looks
from Final
better. This looks
Fantasy
better than the first
14.
one, the first trailer.
They took like so many lessons from 14 and 15, and now they're like incorporating like that MMO / like free form and putting it in 16. But then
this looks way better.
they
It
like
doesn't
kind of
look like
removed
anything.
the tech.
It's just in-game cutscenes.
Well,
Right,
no,
I'm
no,
saying, but-
it's coming. It's coming. Like I was like I didn't know they I didn't know they showed gameplay trailer either until like I jumped into this. But yeah, I mean,
Graphics
I
are
thought they were
noticeably
going
worse here.
No, I thought they were going the Final Fantasy IX route when they first showed it back in 2018 on that 2019 or whatever they did that announcement. They showed it. I was like, it looked like they're gonna go like the more traditional, like see like the high fantasy Final Fantasy IX-ish route. I was like, that's not really
That
what
was a
I
very
want
good one.
necessarily. I still like that bridge between the two, like they kind of have some of the. Oh, there's the gameplay. It
Yeah.
looks good. I mean, so all you
Looks
audio
good.
listeners, there's just a little fight scene. It looks just like Final Fantasy 15. The characters don't look like
It looks
anything
like
crazy.
Soulsborne. It's a Soulsborne Final Fantasy.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, there's a Marlboro. Yeah, cool.
It reminds me more of Final Fantasy 13 with Lightning.
13.
It was and
13
actually
was good.
and
I
Final
like
Fantasy
13.
VII remake. Like it's going to be very active
Yeah, that's my
time,
jam.
the active time battle system.
Yeah, Final Fantasy 15, exact same
Yeah.
fighting. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool. I mean,
13
whatever.
was the last one I played, and no, it wasn't the last one I played. It was the last one I beat.
Right.
That was one of my favorites. 13. I think people give it a bad rap, but I mean,
It's
I
good.
like 13 a lot.
Well, 13, the two that they put out after it kind of soured it.
Yeah, those
Like,
were bad. No,
yeah,
I wouldn't recommend those to anyone. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
and it was the same thing with
cool.
10. Yeah.
Yeah,
It got a
10 too.
delay. I was listening to the Giant Bombcast. I don't know if you guys listened to it. And they're like, oh yeah, they looked at the Twitter account and it says December 2020. Oh, stay tuned for December, for next year in 2021 for more announcements on Final Fantasy 16. That was the last tweet, December 2020. So they haven't said anything on the Final Fantasy account since then, the Final Fantasy 16 account. So it's like, and then they said it's delayed. So it's like, this is like whatever. Like, okay, cool, it's delayed. It's COVID. That's what happens.
I just feel sorry for Yoshida because like every Final Fantasy game like he's been on, he's like a game director or a gameplay director or whatever, and he always like has to apologize on behalf of the companies like Square Enix, like the Final Fantasy crew, like whatever the reason may be. Like every 4 to 5 years you could expect apology from him because for whatever reason the team has to delay their game. Like every project he's been on,
rather delay and it be good than force it out like these games do, Cyberpunk, and then absolute garbage. Like just delay it. Who cares? The game, just wait. There's some billion other games to play. People,
they've already delayed it. You don't even know when it's coming out. It's already delayed 6 months.
Who cares? Yeah. Just when it comes out, enjoy it.
Yeah,
that's enough.
Yeah, 2022. Well, they said they have something for us in March. They said they're gonna have an announcement in March, so we'll see what they got to say. But Q4. I mean, Final Fantasy 16 fans, just hold on.
I say October.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, just all right. So next up, we got a mode. If this had been introduced in this game sooner, maybe I would have given this game more of a chance. But it's looking like Fortnite is going to have a no build mode, and I was just like, really? Maybe I gotta check this out. Now I'm not really into the whole battle royale scene, but I mean, one of the big turnoffs to me for this game is it just seemed like it was like PUBG mixed with Minecraft, and I'm not the biggest Minecraft fan, so it's just like, okay, you're trying to shoot someone, but yet someone's building, and then they get to like hide from your bullets or whatever. It's just like, I don't know.
Okay, boomer. Okay, boomer. You don't get it, do you?
No,
No, I don't. No.
I love a good battle royale. You know, I was a PUBG player. I was an
I
Apex
am
player.
full of shit.
I'm currently
Just
not
ignore
playing
me.
anything right now. I'm kind of out of it. But
Yeah.
I never got into Fortnite. I just could never. The whole that was always the building thing. I
The
couldn't
building,
get into
it turned
the
me
building.
off. It turned me.
I played Fortnite before Fortnite was cool. Like to be the
You
January,
played
February
Fortnite
before.
Save the World. You have a disc
Yes,
version
and
of
then
it.
I played the Battle Royale before it was like huge. It was just kind of big. And then before it blew up, and I was like, oh, this is cool. And then when it got gigantic and they just started throwing everything out there, I was like, oh, I'm out. And I just personally just don't like battle royales. That's just the thing I just
Yeah,
don't
I'm
like.
not big
But
on
it's
it
fine.
myself.
But honestly, for this story, my gas factor, so that's you see me saying 0 all the time. Like that means my give a shit factor, 0. Gas factor, 0. Cool, do it. Bye, Epic. Sweeney, enjoy. Do your Apple freaking, 1984, suppression videos and sue people.
Yeah, I mean, this is
Whatever.
just take the options away from the kids. Just give them all guns. Yeah, let them shoot each other rather than like
cares?
build and so forth. I don't know. I don't understand why this wasn't a
Add
thing
more
years
modes.
ago.
It's more variety.
Yeah.
They're trying to attract more players.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Do
Trying to keep it fresh.
do you think you'll see an increase in players with
Yes,
this?
absolutely. Of course
Okay.
they will. Like it's Fortnite. They have billions and millions of dollars. They're just.
I don't think anyone's leaving Fortnite because of this mode. I can tell you that.
It's a
Yeah,
mode.
no one's leaving. I don't think.
No, it's a mode. Like cool. Attract other players. Like oh cool, and then they'll probably do some events in there. Like oh you get battle points for going into this mode, and then they'll attract people. They'll do something to monetize. It's cool. Good.
Yeah, I got I'll be Spider-Man and I'll go ahead and like shoot
Naruto.
down. Yeah, Naruto. Yeah, there we go.
Cool. Ryu with a gun. Thanos.
Yeah.
Alan Rickman, the late Alan Rickman tribute. Just put him in there. Like, who cares? Just put people in there. Like, I was just watching the Harry Potter thing the other day. Like,
I saw him the other day on my favorite Christmas movie, and it is a Christmas movie, Die Hard.
That's not a Christmas movie.
Yeah, yes, it
It
is.
is a Christmas
Well,
movie.
that is a Christmas movie. Sorry,
Christmas movie.
It's a movie that takes place during Christmas. False.
That's a Christmas
Christmas
movie.
movie.
What are you talking about?
No, a Christmas movie is the plot revolves around Christmas.
It
was
does.
Christmas. No, it was there in LA.
It is
with his
nothing.
family for Christmas.
Did the bombers? Did anyone on the Narita Tower? Did they go? Okay, we're gonna do this because Christmas is great. We don't like Santa Claus, or this is the best time that apartments. No, they just blew. No, it was.
Look, I'm pretty sure it said that on their
There's a
plans,
lot
but you
involved.
could not see it because the
Okay,
movie's an
fair
old resolution.
Gotcha. Okay. I stand corrected. Die Hard is officially a Christmas movie because the canon was not in resolution. We couldn't see it.
The soundtrack has Christmas songs in it. I mean,
Let us know when you see the credits. I mean,
I say this is one you just like leave to the audience, like so.
is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Yeah, there you go. You can send us your
questions and comments, and here again, blow it up, put me on blast. Okay, ever come at me, people? But Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. It is a good movie. I enjoy the movie, but Nakashima Plaza, whatever.
Is Home Alone a Christmas movie?
Yes, because his
But it
parents are
doesn't
going on.
revolve around Christmas.
It absolutely does.
Takes place during Christmas.
It revolves around B&Es.
Well, that's true. His family is leaving for a Christmas to see the other family. It's a Christmas.
Die Hard
it's about
takes place during an office Christmas party.
but
he was
no,
there
but
in LA
Kevin,
to see his family
the whole
for
point,
Christmas.
the
Well, kids
emotional
anyway.
hook of Home Alone is he is home alone during Christmas, which is sad for a child, which is the hook of the movie.
Nobody wants to get murdered during an office Christmas party. I mean,
yes, but it wasn't
It was
about
when they
that.
smoked
Wasn't
Ellis.
there? You go. Thank you for that. Thank you for
how come
that.
there aren't Christmas games? Like that's like a thing. How come that's not really a thing?
There are Christmas
video games. Christmas
Not
games.
really. Like Halloween gets like scary games. It's not really
Well,
like
it's easy to kill
give me an
stuff.
open world Santa game where you got to deliver
Look, yeah,
presents.
they try to put Santa in Battlefield this year, and we saw what happened with that.
Is Santa in Fortnite? I'll bring it back full circle. Is he in Fortnite?
Yeah, maybe the
No, he
reindeer will
wasn't
be
in
there.
Fortnite. No.
That would make sense.
Did you guys see the Santa Battlefield that they tried to do?
No, I did
No.
not actually.
Okay, he had like tattoos and everything, and there was all this controversy and everything, and they're like, oh yeah, I don't know if they ended up putting him in. I think they just like kind of were like, never mind, or it's gonna be limited time and we're never gonna do it again. But yeah,
There is just so there is Santa Claus in Fortnite.
oh, there is.
Of
Okay,
course.
Yeah. I figured, Fortnite, it would make sense. All right, so enough with the Christmas talk until December. We'll talk about Christmas movies then.
Hey, real quick though, everyone have a good Christmas though. Let's just get that out there. Like I know it just happened. Everyone's good. I wasn't here last time, so all right, cool.
It was great.
Yeah, first Christmas I wasn't driving around California like from Phoenix in the last like 3-4 years, so it was nice just to spend it at home with the family.
Great.
I know you loved it.
And New Year's was good too, hopefully. So yeah, I can't believe we're in 2022. Good lord.
Yeah. Time flies when you're old. All right, so so I'm very intrigued by these top 100 lists. So
I have some bones to pick with this.
Yeah. So some of these I don't agree with. I mean, maybe one of these days the Game & Watch podcast will put out its own top 100 list with all the games we've played. But
good lord.
But yeah,
I don't even know where to start.
Look, Mark, exactly. That was my thoughts when he said that. I was like, but then when I was like looking at this, and I was like, oh, that's bullshit. Again, I was like, but how would I even start? So whatever.
But yeah, so pretty much like with these two lists, it's one is from is the top is a poll, I guess, people in Japan took top 100 video games of all time in Japan, and the other one is the top video games of all time from IGN. They did another one 2 years ago in 2019.
Yeah, I remember that one.
So so I was going through some of this. Well, let me throw this out there right now, and then we'll pick our bones with it. The one thing I saw that this list had in common was they both had the same #1 games. Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, man.
So is that the best game ever?
I can see it. Yeah, I could see that. Like
I hated Breath of the Wild. It's so new. I think that's what it is.
I guess
recency biased. I could see that.
Yeah.
Like I could see it. No, I having just beat it for the first time in October, like all the way through, like did the whole thing. Finally, it got the hooks in me. I played it. I got it when it first came out. It used to be my airplane game. My wife and I traveled a lot, but it was my airplane game. I would sit there and cook for hours. So I had like 70 hours in the game. I hadn't done anything yet because I was just cooking and doing other stuff because I didn't know what it, and I hated it. I was, this is just dumb. But then finally I pushed through that, and then I spent probably 85, 90 more hours over like a 3-week period, and it just got me. And I could see why people put this on there because it's just the way it comes together. It is a great game, but I also see the side of like it's so new, but it doesn't matter if a game's new. It still can be one of the greatest.
I mean, the bone I had with Breath of the Wild when I tried it was it's just not your typical Zelda game.
Great, that's what's good about it.
I mean, I just like the structure. Like when I play Zelda, like when I played A Link to the Past and Link's Awakening.
I don't like that one.
You don't like that one?
I do not like Link to the Past at all. Like that's the one.
That's one of my favorite.
That's crazy. You're crazy.
I like Ocarina of Time. I'm playing A Link Between Worlds. Which
you don't like the 2D Zelda?
No, that's what I'm saying. I like A Link Between Worlds, which I'm playing, which is a direct sequel to A Link to the Past. Like
on the 3DS
map and everything.
3DS, yeah, very good game, Ted. Very good game.
Very good. And I'm like, oh, this is great. It's just,
but it's the same thing.
Was good. It's the same game, but it's with the quality of life and it's better. But long story long, I'm saying like, but like the Breath of the Wild is one. I could see it, but like, what would you put as #1, Mark? Like,
I had to think about that. Well, here's the thing. What are the best game I've ever played? The most important game I've ever played? Like, what are we actually judging?
I think it's all encompassing.
It's everything. It's all. It's your favorite, the best game you ever played, the best experience, the most influential,
the game I played the most. Like
the best selling. Yes. The answer is yes.
Probably is Halo 2.
Okay, and that's on there. That's like number.
It's on there.
It's on there. It's like
the IGN list.
The IGN list is ridiculous. Yeah,
it's pretty good.
I think for me, just like off top of mind, and I'm not saying this is like my exact one, but like just thinking about that, Mario 64 is kind of like that game for me because it just changed the way I looked at games as a whole. Just being
beat that last year for the first time on stream.
What's that?
I beat that last year for the first time on stream, or this year on stream.
Yeah,
full
you streamed it. Yeah, I saw that. Well,
amazing.
You beat it, but I saw
amazing. I would totally be cool with that.
All right, but I know for me, like. And this wasn't, well, I guess this was on Japan's list at, let's see, I just saw it's somewhere on there, but they call it, I guess in Japan they call it Super Donkey Kong, but Donkey Kong Country, that was, I think, one of the best ones. And that's not even on IGN's top 100 list. So it's like,
IGN also has like really new games very high.
Yeah, like Like they didn't
I
have
don't
that
mind that
one.
though. Like I don't know why you don't like that, Mark. Like, new games
It's
should be
recency
new.
bias to me. Like, is Hades
Yeah.
really the 13th best game of all time? I think it's a
well,
great
I would,
game.
yes, 2 years ago, look at how
I think Matt might argue with you there if he was here today, Mark. But
90%.
I love Hades. Don't get me wrong. I think it's
90%
great.
of people in 2019 put that on their game of the year. Every outlet. So that has to say something. That holds water. If you remember in 2019, every single outlet, everywhere, Hades #1, Hades game of the year on the Game Awards, Hades. So like, there has to be something with that. And just because the game just came out recently, I don't think like these classics necessarily have to be like. Look at even Red Dead Redemption 2 on this #8. I mean, it's
don't
still a
know,
game
like,
I didn't personally like, but
IGN's got
see it.
Super Mario World. That's #2. That's not even the best 2D Super Mario game.
yes, it is.
Well, no, are you a Mario 3 versus 3D World type person?
I actually think Yoshi's Island is the best, but I know I'm alone in that. But
Oh
I
my
think
God.
Yoshi's Island is the best.
Yeah, I think between Super Mario World and Mario Brothers 3,
I think
Mario
3
World is the best.
3 is better than World.
No.
See,
3 had more power ups. Maybe that's why
I
people would
like
think it's the
3
best.
better.
But
I like 3 so much better. Mario World is a better game.
yes, exactly.
I don't buy
Mario
that.
World
I
is
like-
a better game.
no, I like
They're both
3.
very good games.
But
I
3 is
think-
much more fun.
I
I
think-
mean, you had all the power ups. I think the only downside to 3 also is you couldn't replay levels, which I think is a big loss.
I
All
like
right.
What 3 did for the Nintendo, what it pushed out of that little system was incredible.
I
give it
agree.
that
Get
much.
that.
Yeah.
I agree.
I think
World was
3.
better
I'm a
than
3 over World 2. I mean, so
I prefer 3 over World, but I see that World is better. Like, just like
World
for
is
me,
a better game.
here's my example:
Much
Rocky
better game.
movies. I like Rocky 3 the best because I love Mr. T. It's not the best Rocky at all. It's probably the
Well, I love
worst
Rocky
movie.
4.
Rocky
Ivan
Rocky
Drago.
4 is considered the best. That's considered the best. But I think Rocky 3 is my favorite because I love.
Wait, who
Mr.
thinks
T.
Rocky 4 is the best other than me?
Everybody thinks Rocky 4 is the best. With Drago, everybody does. Like, that's
Drago.
always ranked up. Yeah,
Drago.
everyone. Yeah, like everyone. That's a common knowledge. But I'm saying I think 3 is my favorite. But just like saying Mario 3 is my favorite, but I see Mario World as a better game because they took 3 and they took all the good things that 3 did and it's like, you know what? Let's make it even more.
Yeah. No, like I
More
said, the only
better.
thing it could have used was more power ups. That's it. And then that's where 3. I could
I guess
see
so.
why people would want 3 because they had so many power ups in that game. You could be a frog.
If you want to
hammer
talk
throw
about
outfit.
sequels, Mark, I'm going to piggyback on you. I like that you brought up the 3 versus World thing. This is I like the IGN list, and you can always like yell at these lists. So like, cool, let's get up our own asses and do this. But the thing that got me that I was just like, I almost like barfed in my mouth on this one is like they put Snake Eater above Metal Gear Solid, the first one, and didn't even put Metal Gear Solid 2 on here. So I was like, wait a minute, that false.
Well, these
False.
lists, I mean,
False.
And-
IGN's got Super Mario World at what, 2?
2.
And then the Japanese poll has Super Mario World at 97.
Really? Really?
97.
Donkey Kong
You are
Country's
right.
higher than
That is
that
crazy.
one.
Well, but you gotta think different games, so it's different. And like, see, Final Fantasy VII's 3 here, and on the other one, it's 97 because that's my favorite game of all time. It's 97, so they are only the total flip. That's really funny.
Yeah,
They
that's
did a complete
flip.
flip.
Funny.
Yeah, Final Fantasy VII is my favorite game of all time, and it's number 3 on
Oh.
the Japanese list, but 97 on IGN. But I couldn't believe that they put Snake Eater above MGS. Like, huh? I mean, Snake Eater was cool, but there was a lot of BS. It eat and all that was crap. I got tired of doing bandages every 4 seconds. I love Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid is my second favorite game of all time. But it's just, I was like, yo, no MGS2 on the list at all? Like, nowhere? Like, that was like, when that came on the PS2, everyone's like, oh. Like, you would shoot the darts and they would stay in the guys. You'd be like, whoa, you shoot like 5 darts, they'd be in the dude's head. It was
I
amazing.
need there to be like, who voted for what? Kind of, how
Yeah.
did they come up with this? Is it just vote? Did you all argue these points? Like, how is it determined? Like, when you do like Baseball Hall of Fame, you can see how many people voted and what they voted for, or for any of the awards. I need there to be a little bit more transparency on how they came up with this.
Go to Wikipedia, right? Type in, go to Wikipedia, top 100 games of all time. They have a little metric on the side that says what sites vote them and their average rank, and then it kind of ranks them based on that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So like that's kind of what you're looking for, I think, Mark. But
yeah, they'll never
regardless-
provide that transparency though, because like,
No,
because us as gamers, we just get in an uproar. Like right now,
Yeah.
we're just like, oh,
I'm not mad at the list at all. I'm not, honestly. Every
I
game
am.
on this list is good. Every single game.
Oh,
on this
right.
list is
We're not arguing
every
that.
single
Yeah.
game on this list is good. Like every one of them. Like Like
Yeah,
every single one.
we
Like,
all have games that we think should be higher. We all have games that we think should be lower. Like
I would never
Tetris
play
should be
Last of Us
higher.
2. Like I'm not I like the first Last of Us kind of barely. I didn't like it that much, but I played it to completion. I would never touch Last of Us 2 just because the whole heady. I don't need to put that crap in my head. But I can understand that it's significance and that's cool, great, like awesome, but there's certain things like every game on this list is great. And to be able to be like, oh, this should be 37 and not 30. Like it's like all right.
Well, I got another bone to pick with this list, and it's with the Mega Man series. How did Mega Man 2 not even make the list, but they put Mega Man 3?
Because 3 is better than 2. I just had this conversation yesterday with somebody.
2 is more
2, I think was
2's soundtrack is the best soundtrack of all time, but 3 did everything to fix 2.
Okay, just because it introduced Rush in Mega Man 3.
3 is better.
It's ease of life, Justin. It's like sequels oftentimes are considered, better than the one prior to it because of ease of life. 2 is hard. I mean, Mega Man is just hard in general.
Yeah. I played it yesterday on this, and I was explaining to my wife about, yesterday as I was playing Mega Man 2, I was like, see, this is the best soundtrack of all the Mega Man games. Everyone knows that. It's Mega Man 2 soundtrack. Yeah, it is. But I was like, Mega Man 3 is better game. That's the best Mega Man game of all time, because I was playing the Mega Man Legacy Collection. But I like 2 better because I remember playing it as a kid more. But like 3 is, I had all of the Mega Mans, but Mega Man 3 is like my second favorite. But Mega Man 3 is a distinctly better game because of the quality of life.
Just kids today, they have save states and they have rewind features. They'll never know. They'll never know.
Battletoads save
oh my god! You remember? Hey, Game Genie, baby.
Game Genie, Game Genie.
That's what got me through Battletoads. I played Battletoads all the time, like every day with my sister.
You can play stage. You got Retro Arch where you can just
just rewind. Oh, I fell in the pit.
Yeah.
I can't believe Japan didn't even have a single Mega Man game on the poll.
Oh, they didn't, huh?
I was surprised by that too. I thought they would have had at least one.
No,
Mega Man X at least. Mega Man.
Look at you.
Unless well, wait, no, they called it Rockman.
It was Rockman though.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that's why I'm not finding it.
Rockman.
No, still not there.
No, still not there. Okay.
I say Control F. Yep, exactly.
Yeah. Rockman. Yeah, it's not there.
Ones here. I mean, if you look at in their top 10, it's all like the typical RPGs, you know what I mean? Leaving the Dragon Quests and all that good stuff. I was surprised they had. I mean, they have Kingdom Hearts on there. Gross.
Splatoon 2, that's a big surprise. Number 5.
Splatoon 2 is that's a really good game, and people love that game.
Okay,
I could see that. Again, I think honestly, that's here. I'll throw this to you, Mark. I think that is. Remember, I mentioned like my little hot take of 3DS over Switch. I think the Splatoon 2 thing is kind of a thirst for the lack of titles on the Switch, maybe, because Splatoon 2 is a great game, but it's like you said, Splatoon 2. Like if there was like a lot of games.
No, where's Super Mario Odyssey on that list? Like I love Super Mario Odyssey.
Control
F not working.
I like it better than Mario 64. I think Mario 64 is more important, but I mean, I had more fun playing Odyssey.
I did not.
Not even on the Japanese list. Like, what? That's crazy. You're saying Dr. Mario at 71 is better than Mario Odyssey? No.
I agree with that. 100%.
Dr. Mario is not even that good of a puzzle game. Let's be real.
I'm
an Odyssey hater. I don't like. I think my Odyssey is like a 6 out of 10.
This is why I'm like top 100's like for like per system. Like you just I like breaking it down. I don't like
or per generation maybe.
Yeah.
Per 10 per decade.
I'm totally down with that because it just sounds like it's so convoluted when you just say comparing like all these games from like the last like 30 years or so.
45, 50 years. Dragon Quest came out in 1984.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And then it's like you see, like on IGN's top 100, it's like 12 is like GTA 5, and then 11 is Super Mario Brothers 3. Can you compare those two games, Mario 3 and GTA 5?
I mean, yeah, because
you can.
The Tanuki suit was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, can you compare like all the different Pokemons? How much of a difference really is there between the Pokemon games?
Between Emerald and Fire Red and Green and Purple and X Black Moon,
and whatever color they haven't used yet.
IGN
Black Moon that you my
IGN has it on there once.
Yeah, well,
Pokemon Yellow is the only one IGN has. If you look at the Japanese list, there's like 12 of them.
Hey, Mark.
Same thing. Look at how many Dragon Quests are on the Japanese list. Every single one of them, 1 through 11.
That makes sense.
Well, hey, Mark, I'll tell you what. Why don't you ask everyone else in our Discord, see if we can come up with a top 100 list? Maybe.
Oh, no.
God, no.
100. Let's cut it off at 20, and you can build.
Exactly. Let's do a 25. Maybe a top
25.
25.
Okay, 25.
Like,
Ask everyone in
100.
Discord. See if get a Game & Watch podcast top 25 games.
We couldn't decide on one game for a round table. How are we going to decide?
What do you guys do for a game of the year? You mean you guys try to do a game of the year?
What's that?
We all had our own. I don't think anybody had the same game of the year.
No,
because you said a round table. You couldn't decide on what was your round table based on.
We were going to do it on a single game, but we're going to do Hades. But
I think we're still going to do it.
Just talking about just talking about like one game.
Like
just talking about one game for one episode, and just like having a full-on discussion about characters, plot and so forth. And there was a at the end of it, after like weeks, there was like to me, like I feel like everyone just kind of gave up. I was like, oh yeah, Hades, because like that was the majority of people. Like out of like, but there was only probably like 10 people in the Discord at that time. So like,
well, we've tried doing it with other games. Okay.
Yeah.
Simulator games, but we can't play them long enough.
No,
we can't play
like
them
Lawnmower Simulator.
I want to play through Hades. My only thing is I do not like roguelites and loop games. Don't like them. So
that's something you can bring to the table. That's something you can tell.
I want to play Hades because everyone says Hades is good and it's right, and the story is right up my alley. The combat's my alley, but just make it
Game Pass.
I know I have it on. I have it on Switch. I have it on Steam.
I don't really like roguelikes, but
I hate them.
Well, hey, I have a better idea. Let's do it on Dead Cells. I think Dead Cells will be a lot easier.
I have Dead Cells. I put 20 hours in, and the loop thing got me. I was like, I can't.
I mean, it reminds me just it's very much like Mario for me, like Mario 3. Like when you think of like repeating the game over and over and getting power-ups throughout the game, that's how I think of like roguelites and roguelites. Because no,
because like I like big ass 80-hour RPGs. Like, granted, I'm old and I don't have time to do those anymore, but I like going through a story and like getting further and further and progressing. And then also I love third-person action games. By the end of it, it's like a power fantasy, like a freaking fetish of like just destroying everything in one hit, because you suffer through getting your ass kicked the first 10 hours until you got all the weapons and armor and the skills.
You're
and then by the end of
Hades.
Yes, but yes, but then you know what? But you know what sucks? Then you have to go back and do that again. I don't want to do that again. I did it once. I want to be a beast the rest of the game.
You can beat the game in like 40 minutes.
Yes, but not your first time. Come on, you can, but like it's gonna take you hours to do the loop. I get it. I know loop games. I just like I don't want to do that 19 times. I want to do it like once or twice.
We just talked about Mario and Mega Man and all these games. How many times did you run those same levels over and over again? And Mario 3, you had the random. Huh?
But I was getting better, and it was the same. I was getting farther and farther in the game, progressing. It wasn't like the game was making me have to go back in order to beat the game. That's why I don't like about loop games.
If you got game over, what are you talking about? You got to go back to the beginning, restart the game, and you have to get better. And then it's the same thing with roguelikes. Like you go through the game until you get good enough to progress through the game.
Because roguelikes, they gate stuff. So you have to get to a point, unlock it, and then die, and then go back, and now it's unlocked. Then you can go past the next thing, and then you have to die again to unlock the thing, and then you can die, and you have to go back because now it's unlocked because you've unlocked this gate. So it's like
no, they're not all gated. There's some that are gated, but
you can go anywhere in that game at any time.
Yes, but the whole point. Yes, but the whole point is like you're not gonna know where to go if you don't look up a guide. You have to go and like bang your head against the wall and die over and over and over to do it. It's just the loop. I don't like having to start with nothing all over again. Like that's just my thing about roguelikes, is doing everything over and over and over again. Maybe Hades is different. That's what I'm saying.
You don't lose nothing.
Okay, so that's saying maybe Hades is different, but I'm just talking about in general. I'm talking about in general.
Okay, we're gonna have to dive into this later.
But that's what roguelites do. Loop games, they all do that. That whole secret, the whole point of loop games.
I get what you're saying. Like Dead Cells, you do pretty much start over from scratch every time.
Zero.
Like, Hades is not like that.
Okay, maybe that's a good.
All right, for sure, guys. Okay, yeah, I should have made that this week's discussion. All right, so
Hades, baby.
Hades,
I'm down.
Yes, definitely.
Maybe you guys can help me through Hades. I would like that actually.
I would be down.
Yeah, for sure. Let's do it. All right.
I'll do it on stream. Jeez.
All right. So
this week.
So I guess let's go over to PlayStation Plus games coming out for the month of January. We got Dirt 5. We got Deep Rock Galactica. Galactic, not Galactica. And
on Game Pass.
And Persona 5 Strikers. Pretty much you can play them on the PS4 or the PS5. Well,
which one is the PS5 exclusive? Which are the PS4?
Pretty much everything. Deep
There's
Rock
no
Galactica.
PS5 exclusive.
Yeah, at this point.
Really?
Yeah, you can play all of them on the PS4. You can play all of them on the PS5.
Huh. Interesting.
Well, Persona 5 Strikers is just PS4, but with backwards compatibility, you can play it on the PS5.
Okay, PlayStation.
I downloaded Deep Rock Galactic yesterday on Game Pass.
It's on Game Pass. It's been on Game Pass for like a year.
So
I really want to play that game. Do you guys want to play? I've been asking people for like a year to play that with me.
Yeah, I mean, I downloaded it. I'm interested. I mean, I can play it on Game Pass or PlayStation Plus.
Game Pass, baby.
In these games, any of our listeners or viewers should be on the lookout for?
I mean, they're all old and on many platforms already, like Game Pass. So it's like nothing exciting. I feel like the offerings of PS Plus have been a little bit kind of lacking over the last few months, but hey, it's free games. You can't complain about free games. So it's cool. Like if you don't have Game Pass with these other systems, you haven't bought them in the last 3 years, these games, then it's great. But
I mean, the games with gold have not been great either.
Yeah, I think it's just the market shifting now. Microsoft has Game Pass, which is phenomenal, which is probably the greatest thing I pay for every month. It's so awesome. And then PlayStation and the rumors about their Game Pass competitor coming out soonish, so they're probably revamping their strategy as well. So, hey, cool, free games. Play them,
if you like racing games, it's fun enough.
Yeah, right. Dirt's cool. Yeah, I have like 3 of the Dirt games, so cool.
It's no Forza, but it's all right. It's serviceable.
It's all right. I
like the Dirt games back in the day. They were great. They're always fun just to get in the dirt.
It's all right. I mean, I wouldn't mind getting down to that just see what it's about.
Sure.
I could always get down with a good racing game.
That's
one of my favorite genres.
Before Horizon, I feel like Dirt was Horizon.
Yeah.
That was very much like that arcadey, like do everything, go everywhere type of game.
But the dirt thing, the actual dirt is cool in it.
Yes, you can get dirty in the game. I don't know. Yeah, the free games. Like I know Celine was talking about Persona Strikers. She was playing that. I know.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
It's a soccer-ish game. I was joking.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
Justin's like, yeah.
It just sounds to me like a fighting game.
Yeah.
Like Persona Strikers. You think it's a fighting game, but it's not.
No, it's a Muso type of Dynasty Warriors with Persona characters. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're into Dynasty Warriors, you'd be into Persona 5 Strikers. I mean,
yeah. This also continues the story of the Persona 5.
Persona 5, right?
Yeah, the RPG. Yeah, so you can get extra story if you like, who you were a fan of that world and you wanted to keep on going. So, yeah.
Well, what I find funny with this list is it seems like they keep wherever the main source is, they keep leaking these games, and every time it's always 100% correct. So it's like. So it's like we always know what's coming before PlayStation even announces it. But I mean, I'll definitely throw Dirt 5 into my library along with, I already downloaded Deep Rock Galactic for Game Pass. So I mean, definitely, if you want to play, I mean, I'm down to set up some time.
I'll play with all you guys. Let me know.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we all have Xboxes here or PC, All right. So we get into the juicy part of the episode where we talk about our predictions for each of the companies for 2022. What companies need to do, what they need to do to stay relevant, what games you're looking forward to, any predictions. I guess I could throw a company out there. Let's start with Microsoft. I mean, what do you think they need to do or to stay relevant or
nothing?
You think they're the best right now? You think they're top of the line? Top.
They're not winning any sales.
But they got to keep on. But they don't need to. They got to keep on doing what they're doing. Game Pass, like I just mentioned, is the best offering for any video games out there. The best bang for your buck. Period. The Game Pass Ultimate for if you have the console, or Game Pass for PC, which I have. Nothing beats that. Keep doing what you're doing, Microsoft. Keep rolling. Get your systems out there so you can have your little Game Pass machines, and you guys are good. Like it's it.
I mean, you'll really see it this year with all the studios that they've been spending years buying.
Snap! This
is the year when a lot of that stuff's
this year and next year. Yeah, 2022, 2023. You are so right, Mark. Like right, exactly.
Yeah, I don't think Microsoft needs to do anything really.
Nothing, dude. Just keep doing what they're doing.
I don't
Phil
think
Spencer is
Sony
awesome.
needs to do anything either.
Yeah, Phil Spencer is awesome. Definitely. Oh, speaking of Microsoft, since we're on the subject, I don't know if you guys heard. I guess this is just a rumor. GoldenEye, I guess, is going to be coming to Xbox.
Yeah. It's
They've
not
been
the
talking about
upgrade,
it for
it's just
years.
regular.
Can we talk about how it's just not that great of a game?
It was awesome in 1996.
It was. It
It's
was
not that
it was-
great of a game.
It was
anymore, okay?
It was
It's
revolutionary
not.
when it came out. It was.
Hey, you guys
But
remember
it
the
is not
the
aged well.
facility?
It
The
is not-
facility with proximity mines. That was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah,
I was a PC first-person shooter, so GoldenEye
So,
was
Quake,
nothing impressive to me.
If you were already on PC, yeah, then that's totally understandable. But for
but
the
it was fun
masses,
with many of
It was
us
like
had
friends' houses.
consoles.
That's what we did.
Yeah,
I had a console too, but I was like, whatever.
I didn't play on PC. Like
I also
played
didn't
some-
have
played with
friends,
friends.
apparently.
I played some crappy
that's
DOS
what it was.
games, but I mean, nothing.
the best part about GoldenEye was this right here: four-player multiplayer, four-player split screen multiplayer.
Screen cheating.
Yeah,
What we're doing, and
yeah,
then
looking
again
at their
the
screen.
facility with proximity mines. That's all we did, and
Yeah.
and the golden gun.
The golden gun.
The golden gun
I
proximity.
prefer
mines.
the man with the golden gun because then only one person had a golden gun. But
You know,
whatever.
and
we just went to the bathroom.
I'm still a relic, and that's how I prefer my gaming. Like I was talking about the other week, like
Couch
I had,
co-op?
couch co-op. I had like all my multi-taps like for every system, and I would always have like 4 to 8 controllers ready to go at all times because I enjoyed that, sitting next to my friends and talking shit and just playing games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark, what were you playing? Were you Quake? Or were you Unreal? What was your FPS?
I was an Unreal
games?
tournament.
Yeah, solid. Yeah.
That was my jam.
Yeah,
But
I was a Quaker.
They keep talking about it. Is it really a big deal in this day and age?
I mean,
I think it's like a nostalgia
preservation.
thing.
Yeah, exactly. And then you're gonna play it for 30 minutes, like, oh yeah,
Oh, I could play Apex and it's free, or I can play Fortnite. No
just
bill.
want to be a quick
cool.
nostalgia
You know what?
fix
Cool.
for people, and then that's it. With
But you know what you
GoldenEye.
can also do? You can go this thing called Daedalus 64 and RetroArch, and then there you go. It's on PC.
Like, is it gonna be the original game? Because like,
it's not that remake. You know that remake that they had made in like 2005 that they canceled.
Oh yeah,
it's
yeah.
not that. It's not that, which looked awesome. I would play that. A remake of like that.
I don't know who even published it. Who even owns the rights? I have so many questions about this.
That's not the same. The one they're leaking. The one they're leaking quote is just the port of the 64. It's like,
yeah. That's what it looks like
that?
to me.
Yeah. It's just so crazy because like this license is like so dated, and then like people have literally been remaking this game like in like every other builder they can. Like I know most recently I saw this the whole GoldenEye game remade in the Far Cry 6.
Yeah,
and then they went after him and they had him take it down. Just like why? Like obviously they're working on something. Like so,
just put out something already so we can be happy. But yeah, I mean, my final opinion with Microsoft. Before I forget, Finance, I'll do that one mention that you wanted me to bring up. But my final opinion with Microsoft is they're doing well. I think they just need to keep doing what they're doing. Just strive with just make the first party games that people want to buy. I mean, not like the last generation. Not saying that they all were bad, but some of them could have been better than others. But I think they're doing good, and they have the best deal in all of gaming, which is, Game Pass Ultimate.
Did something happen to you, Justin? He wasn't saying that. He was like a month ago. He was just like, I don't know if I'm gonna buy Game Pass.
I've been on him.
Forza. If it was Forza,
day and date,
Forza.
baby, brand new game, first party, day and date.
Forza. But I'm still gonna buy a physical copy of it. Don't get me wrong. I will buy a physical copy of Forza because I love buying a physical copy of my games. But yeah, maybe am I the same person?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I didn't get my Microsoft prediction. So
yeah, he didn't.
Or my idea.
Get yours, and then I'll.
No, I think that's why I bought a Series X because Microsoft is killing it. Best deal in gaming. I downloaded like 12 games. My hard drive is
I saw you. Did you get the 1 terabyte?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw you posted in there all the games you downloaded. That's perfect.
Yeah, and it's like already full, which is a little bit of a problem because I don't want to have to buy that card.
Well, delete Lawnmower Simulator.
I already have. But my prediction, I don't believe this is necessarily going to happen, but I think it would be pretty incredible. I I think Microsoft purchased Sega. So that's my hot take.
Ooh.
I think it could happen. I know we talked about this a
Evidence,
couple times.
background, why? Just real quick, because we got a lot to go through. I want to know
Yeah.
where that's coming from.
So earlier this year, or early last year, I should say.
Last year.
I know, right? Holy
Yeah.
crap, 2022 kids.
Sega teamed up with Microsoft to use Microsoft's cloud network to produce more games. So that's not necessarily
Azure.
Yeah, the Azure.
Oh,
yeah. So that's not saying that
either AWS or Azure. I'm
Yeah.
AWS certified, so I work in AWS. So it's like, I mean, that's just a thing. It's just an infrastructure thing. So Sony uses Azure. Did you know that?
Yeah. We covered that partnership also. But I'm not saying that's the sole reason. But we also have Sonic Frontiers coming up, and I can just see like Sega definitely like this is like Sonic Frontiers is that 3D world, Breath of the Wild Sonic that they're doing.
Open world.
Yeah.
World.
So
we'll see how it goes. We'll see.
Yeah, and it's coming out to Xbox and PlayStation. But just like I can see, just like that initial gateway to gaming. You know, that one partnership leads to further partnerships in order to make games easier for Sega to make. So that it's just something that I'm throwing out there. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
if I don't, if I switch it, I switch it.
You want to put a sandwich on it?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it. One tight.
I don't see that happening. I just don't
either.
see
That's
it.
what I was like, gonna put. Yeah, I saw Mark's face. That's what I was with you. I'm like,
I don't see.
I say never say never, but I don't think it's happening for person.
Yeah, that's honestly that's the only prediction I can really come up with because Microsoft is killing it. So
maybe not the whole company, but like definitely parts of it. I could see them.
Yeah, maybe a big chunk of like the game division, like maybe some titles, maybe some IP. I can see that they buy like
maybe IP,
Creative Assembly or something like that.
But like Sonic, I still see coming out on all consoles. They're not gonna.
Yeah,
I wouldn't do that. I mean,
Sonic is one of the biggest video game franchises out there now with the movies and stuff. It's huge. They're not gonna like say, "Hey, you go, Microsoft."
No, not at all.
I could just see them buying some of the subsidiaries.
Oh, for sure.
It's not the whole thing.
Yeah. All right. What we
they
got next?
own Atlas too,
right.
so like
exactly. Atlas, Creative Assembly, all those. Yeah, no way.
Yeah, you think Atlas is going to want to be owned by Microsoft? No way.
Yeah, all right. If they put enough money behind it, they won't have much of a choice. I mean,
they'll just leave. They don't care.
Yeah.
They'll start up another company.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess we'll move on to the next one. Nintendo, the company everyone loves to hate. Okay, I can start this off. They need to improve that online service because it is bullshit. It is crap. It is slow.
They never will.
Not on that system.
They never will.
Nintendo will add.
They need to improve the online service. I mean, they can give us all the games you want, but if they run like crap, it's just improve the service.
They promised they would. They said they're working on it.
Yeah, they gotta improve that service. I don't even care about the games anymore. I mean, I'm paying the $20 just for the online features, NES, SNES, whatever. But
you're giving them free money.
Yeah, it's cheap. I'm not gonna pay no $50 to be playing N64 and Genesis games. You can play everywhere.
Oh, don't worry. Yeah, they're gonna put Clay Fighters on that or something. No,
they're gonna add another system to that before they add games that people want. I put that.
Game Boy Advance. Give us Game Boy Advance.
They'll never do that.
They give us Game Boy Advance. Maybe Neo Geo
PC Engine.
They'll never do that.
Look, it can't even support the games it has now, like in emulation terms.
The N64 is bad.
It's really bad. They won't be able to support Game Boy Advance games and so forth. But when they come out, they're gonna come out with a new system, and it's gonna either be next year or maybe
it's not next year. Oh, you mean 2023? Yeah,
2023.
Yes.
Yeah,
a new console from Nintendo in 2023. So
yes, that exactly because it's just
I can't imagine they would go something totally different.
You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna do. Hey, here we go. I'm gonna put the fifth time in the episode. They're gonna do this. DS to 3DS. Well, all the DS games worked on the 3DS. They're gonna do the Switch games. Gonna be able to work on the new dealio they got. That's what's gonna happen because that Switch install base is so huge that they would not want to.
I could see some titles getting ported from the 3DS to the Switch, like Metroid.
They're doing it now. They're doing it with like other games that you don't really know about, like one of the Disney Magical World 2.
Yep.
getting ported over. Like, who's asking for that?
It's the port machine. Every garbage port. If you've seen this Nintendo eShop, it's just littered with like Steam garbage. It's so bad, dude.
Not even worth going on.
You don't like
I don't even.
hentai, water gun.
Yeah, that's going on Switch. Like Nintendo, this
crazy.
friendly company that was all like, "Oh, we gave our don't you dare download a ROM." But here's porn games.
Yeah,
here's a 99-cent game that some dude in their basement made. That's basically just farming Bitcoin. Here,
I mean,
put this on your system.
Xbox has those games too. Don't get me wrong.
Yes, of course.
I did
not everyone does.
Of course, but like the Nintendo eShop is the most. It's almost as bad as Steam. It's
yeah.
They put games, they put games out for like $9.99 and there's like 90% off, so it's only
$1.99, and it's like
it's
like
like
basically
what is this? Like who would ever buy
it's like
this
a helicopter
$10?
the helicopter that shoots like basic like Unity sprites that are just like the base sprites. They're like blue to get. What is this?
That system's not built to have the UI that it even has now, and they're not going to be able to improve it until they come out with a new system.
No, Nintendo.
For that, they're going to need parts, and parts are very hard to come by right now. So we might be waiting a while.
What Nintendo needs to do, honestly, real talk, is they need to erase their upper management. They need new blood. They need to change it because that's the only way they're going to move forward. Yeah, no. Nintendo. That's Nintendo of America. Nintendo. Because Bowser is just like he's just a lapdog. You go ahead. If Nintendo says something, so exactly. But no. They need new
just like Sega. Sega was the same way.
Yeah. So the problem with Nintendo is they're making the worst business decisions for the future. They're making current business decisions to get money now, which granted their company sits on a lot of cash. They don't have a lot of debt. They have a very, very cash rich company, but that's only going to last so long. And right now they're basically pulling a Blizzard. They're really destroying all the goodwill from the Nintendo fans. Like the Blizzard just relied on, remember BlizzCon 2018, like, oh yeah, a new Diablo game. It's the mobile. Everyone just rubbing their crap through the mud. Yeah, exactly. That's what Nintendo's doing over and over with the Switch. Like,
but then they come out like, look, new Zelda, and everybody goes, "Oh my god!"
Exactly.
That's what's going to keep saving them as their IPs.
And that's what they're doing. But the thing is, too, they haven't even been doing that. Like, they haven't even been doing that. Like, think of the first party games that have come out.
They are doing that. They're making a sequel to a Zelda.
They're making
a Zelda game that never happens.
That's my point. They're doing weird things, and like it's been 4 years, but like they made Mario Odyssey and Zelda, but Metroid came out this year, and it wasn't even made by their main Metroid studio. It's like they're not doing first party games, so they need to revamp and they need to go back.
I hear a lot of
what
rumors
works,
from them,
and then go back to what's going to work in the future. Like,
we're finally going to see the shift because one, they're like finally experimenting with cloud gaming, so we're definitely gonna see what like Control. I'm not saying the cloud gaming's good. It's something that they're definitely experimenting with.
Have you ever tried to play Mario? Have you ever tried to play Mario Maker online with people? Have you ever tried to do that?
I would never try to do that. That just sounds like a bad idea. I know what I'm dealing with. I already know.
Mario Party on the new Mario Party online. I was playing with the jump
6 frames a second.
No, but real quick, and just the other thing is the Switch OLED. This holiday season is gonna be like the first time like Nintendo didn't see like a mass profit like as like 300%, like the last 2 or 3 years when they
released nothing.
Yeah, well, that means they released the Switch OLED, and that's their something this year.
That was in October. That was that was in September. That wasn't holiday. Like it
was for the holidays.
That's still going to count to their holiday sales.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't count the Switch OLED.
What was their big game for holiday?
Nothing.
Metroid. That was it.
But it wasn't by their studio. It was by a smaller studio. It wasn't one of theirs. It was not.
They've been doing more Metroid than other people have lately.
But it wasn't their main Metroid studio who's supposedly working on something on Prime.
That's the thing. It comes down to the money, and they haven't had to do anything because they've been just.
That's what I'm saying.
Making so much money.
Bad decisions.
But this is the first year that they haven't. So looking into 2022 and this year, things will start to shift, and they're gonna start treating things a little bit differently. Because I mean, as far as it goes, money talks.
The online's bad. I was playing Mario Party with the sisters from Double Jump, Rachel and Chris. Shout out to you two, by the way. Happy New Year if you guys are listening or watching. But that online is pretty bad. Like the only good game that works is like Mario Kart and maybe Splatoon 2.
Splatoon was okay. Okay.
But yeah, that's it. Like Smash Brothers sucks. Just about every other game on there just
I'm just
sucks.
very disappointed in Nintendo. Like, I think what they're doing, they're just resting on their laurels and just, they'll come back when we make a Zelda. They'll come back, and you're right, Mark. That's what happens. And the thing is, they're never going to change until the
They don't need
communities.
to change. They don't care.
They're
They really
never
don't.
going to change until their communities are like, hey, this is bull. Stop doing this, Nintendo.
Yeah.
Like, and not only that, it's just
Well, they did that with the Wii
the
U.
crappy litigation they're doing with all this like ROM sites or like anybody like does something that's like, tries to get help with Nintendo. Hey, we want help with you to do this. We want to do like a fan project. Shut it down. Shut it down.
Did you hear about their most recent suit?
Yes, that's
About
what I'm
eBay?
saying.
About
Yes.
eBay. Yeah.
Yes.
A guy was reselling an old 64 on eBay, and they sued him.
eBay.
Like, what? Like,
Sounds like a joke. It sounds like a. Well, I mean, you gotta be careful
Because they're going to put out the 64 mini. That's what they're doing. You know that.
That's not a real article. I don't
What?
think.
I thought it was a. I don't know.
I think it was like
joke?
a satire.
I thought it was a joke.
Okay, well, even so, I read it and
even that satire is based on them being too happy.
Like the time when Doug Bowser went to that country and sued some kid or something.
When Nintendo
I know that was a joke. I know that was.
They have 6 games that have sold over 20 million copies each on a system. What they don't need to change. What are they going to do? They're not going to change now. They know that if they release another Zelda, that's going to sell 20 million copies.
No, but this isn't what they need. This is not like what they're going to do. This is what they need to do. That's what I'm saying. Like as far as like for goodwill in the market for the future, because this will work right now. This will make money now, but it's going to dry up. It will dry up.
It might dry up for a couple of years, like it did with GameCube.
And that's what I'm saying. And then what did they do? What did they do? They did a switch.
But they build back up on that nostalgia that people have.
Yeah.
Right. But then what they do after the GameCube?
The Wii.
Something, a little thing called the Wii.
And
you know what I mean? Like they totally changed their marketing.
Yes, so
they came out
when
there.
they need nostalgia, they'll make another Wii.
But the Wii wasn't nostalgia. That was just like a whole new. They tried
that
something
was a
different.
gimmick that they passed on before.
Give me Wii Sports VR.
That's what that was.
Hey,
Wii Sports VR. I would buy that.
Mark. Heck,
Justin, what have I told you for years about the Switch? Like, I'm not buying it because just like
garbage.
It was never set up like for success. Like you instantly you need like a new battery, you need a new memory card, like you need all this
holding
stuff.
this thing with hands that are not small.
Yeah,
I have to like claw. I cannot hold this. Luckily, I have like the satisfied grip that goes in it.
Yeah, you got to get those grips.
My fingers are like freaking claws on this thing because like my hands are big, and so it's like. Oh, like
it's for children, Ted. It's for children. Gaming is for children.
I'm not a late 30s man who plays video games.
Why don't you just attach your Joy-Cons? They made it so you can make your own controller.
I have
and then play it in handheld mode. Like what?
I have a Pro controller. I also have
too.
the satisfied grip, which is really awesome. Which makes
the grips are good. I would recommend the grips if you are going to get if you do plan on playing
Satisfied Grip Pro. This honestly makes it so I can play the thing. But like I'm saying, there's nothing like I haven't pulled this thing out of the case in probably like 4 months. It's the first time it's attached right there. But like this makes it so I can play it now. This is great, But like I haven't pulled it out of that in probably 4 months. This is the first time I've touched it, and so it's
mine's just docked. I don't really play it in handheld mode or anything.
Yeah, it's just like it's in the dock, so I can play it on the screen and then it's connected to the capture card. And if I wanted to do anything, but it's like I don't like I don't play. I played Pac-Man 99 for a little bit. I hardcore. Great.
Awesome.
Yeah, that was great for a while. Then I won like a bunch of times. So okay, I'm good.
They could make so much money if they just did expansion packs for their games.
Like, what do you mean?
Like, how about
DLC?
12 new tracks for Mario Kart?
Oh, like DLC? Hell yeah!
DLC.
But yeah.
More characters.
I mean,
that's just like
Mario
easy
Kart
money
was like the first DLC that they really did. Like,
the deluxe.
Yeah, Mario Kart Deluxe.
But that was just a remake of a Wii U game
right.
that
they had the downloadable
6 new tracks.
But how many copies of that game has sold on the Switch? And are we going to see Mario Kart 9
plus? If 10% of people bought it,
I love me some Mario Kart. I love me some Mario Kart. That's why I like my Switch. Honestly, Switch is from my Mario Kart machine. I replayed Final Fantasy VII on that machine. I played Mario Odyssey, which was fine on that machine. I played Breath of the Wild. I will at some point play Metroid Dread in probably the next
And you gotta
3
play.
years.
And you gotta play Link's Awakening.
No, I'm good. I'm gonna play that on the real mode.
But this is why Nintendo can rest on their laurels, because they keep on
Yeah.
rehashing games and we keep on buying them.
Yeah,
that's
true.
Yeah. All right. So enough of the Nintendo talk. We understand that they're gonna keep making money, even when we want them. Even though they can make more money, we want them to set it up so they can make more money. But they'll just do what they do.
Don't you
and
want to make
That's
more
what
money?
I want good games, good experiences. Like that's what
all
I
right.
want.
Let's talk some Sony. Sony. What are y'all thinking from Sony?
They need
God
to
of
shrink.
War.
They need to shrink down that PS5.
Yeah, that thing is massive. It takes
It
up
is
like
just
whatever.
so big. That should
Yeah,
be
I'm
their
looking
first.
for
That
one.
should be their number one priority.
Oh, they're
It's
going to
gotta
come
be
out with
a
the PlayStation
PS5
5
Slim.
Slim. Yeah.
PS5
Yeah,
Slim. Yeah.
PS5
Yeah, it's gonna
Slim,
happen.
PS5 Pro, and then
I'll wait for that one.
I think they need a Game Pass competitor. Straight up.
oh yeah, we talked about that a
They're-
couple weeks
yeah.
ago. What was it?
The rumor
Project
that they're
Spartacus.
making one.
I called it Plow. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They need that.
Yeah, they need that because
Yeah.
right now, it would pretty much combine PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now. So
And
yeah,
they
Plow.
need to make
For
They need to
first
fix
party
their network.
games.
Well, yeah, and then what they need to do is they need to just absolutely take the PS5 and wring it out and take every bit of power and drip it to show the meat of that machine, because that's what Sony is. Sony is these big budget, blockbuster, amazing looking, wet streets, like veins in the face, sweat, like these experiences, these single player games, these big time. You think of gaming, you think of PlayStation, like that's all over the TV and stuff. They need to keep pushing that, because if they lose any market share at all because they aren't pushing it, aren't having the experiences, then Xbox is going to eat their lunch with this slow and steady Game Pass thing they're doing. It's like, hey, you guys want to be on Game Pass? Hey, we're here. And then finally, that's going to be the new Fortnite. Everyone just does it because it's free-ish, Like,
And Sony dances around like even with the PlayStation Now. You can't get every first party Sony game.
Yeah,
Why? What's the problem here? Just put
pay
it
it.
on.
Just pay it. Just
Well,
Just put
Sony said it's not
$15
sustainable.
a month, sure.
It's not
So-
sustainable.
They said Game Pass is not
Swimming
sustainable.
money.
Yeah,
Swimming in money. Sony is.
I mean, are they? I don't know if they're swimming in money, but like they're not gonna do a Game Pass competitor as of right now, based on what they said.
But like, you mean as far as like first party day and dates?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
because
exactly.
the reason why is because they subsidize their consoles, because the PS5 is heavily subsidized by software, the hardware, because the hardware they don't even break even a lot of times on the hardware.
They definitely lose money after shipping.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly. Especially
definitely.
now after shipping.
Yeah, I think it's huge.
Well, yeah, well, no,
Oh,
just
man.
the shipping, the worldwide shipping is in crisis right now. But yeah, especially everything, all the rates have gone up. The price per container right now on shipping, I know the random logistics stuff was $1,300 per container. Now it's up to $2,900 per container. So it's like, so if you have
the
like
system's
1,000,
so big they can't fit that many in.
you only put 3 in a container. That's it. What the hell? But no, for real. So it's like they're losing money on the physical hardware. So it's like they needed to kind of make it back in software, which they've always done. So them doing a Game
And the
Pass,
peripherals.
oh god, the peripherals. But a day and date doesn't make sense for them necessarily, right? Like, I think it's amazing that Microsoft, like, it's like, oh, we publish it, you get it on Game Pass, and that to me is still, I'm confused. I don't understand. I think I'm cheating.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
So as of August of this year, they said the PS5 is now profitable.
Yeah, they are making the money
because it's sold through all their software, and now they're making
they're making their money back.
I mean, sold through all their hardware. Yeah,
You can say whatever they want. It doesn't make it true. I mean, it's like
Well, that's it. That's any company. I mean, I'm gonna take it, for whatever.
and you know what they're saying?
But,
The PS5 brand, which includes what? Software sales. So they've covered all their 5 years of R&D.
is that what it is? The brand?
Yes, PS5. This is it. It's very ambiguous. PS5 is now profitable.
I mean,
See,
anything.
it's like,
It's profitable.
exactly, which means that all of our 5 years of R&D, which cost $500 million, all of the $500 million that cost to like develop the hardware and ship it and all that stuff like that, and now the games have finally probably crossed medium, because game, I told you, software has to come back, so now it's profitable. That's PS5 is profitable, not the system. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know what they necessarily need to do this year. I
Keep making big games.
Come out with games at a regular cadence. I think is going to be their best thing, and that's going to be tough with like COVID and how things are going. But I love what Sony does, and not necessarily buying publishers or developers, I should say, and they fund the games in order to provide developers a chance to make the game that they actually want to make.
Yeah, but then they buy them down the line. That's what they've been doing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They make 3 games for Sony, then they absorb them like an amoeba.
Well, they own Naughty Dog now, don't they?
They've been doing that.
Oh
recently.
yeah, they've known Naughty Dog for a long time.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, that's much more of a newer tactic.
Insomniac.
Yes, that's what it was.
Insomniac.
Yeah. So, but I mean, they buy them. They buy companies that make sense, that they have relationships with, that they have worked with, and they like know that like, hey, it's gonna work out. Yeah, that makes sense. They're just not buying random companies, like, you know, just to buy them, at least from what we can tell.
Are you saying that Microsoft's buying random companies?
Maybe.
That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing. That's the subtext of the situation right there.
You know, just some random studio, just that little Bethesda.
They
bought them just for more than Star Wars. They paid more for them.
You can take it whatever way you want, Mark. We're not speaking about any other company. I'm talking about Sony. They're buying companies that make sense for them, and the companies that they've worked with in the past. They're just not buying a company that they've never worked with before.
That's true. I have a list up of the companies they do own, and a lot of them are like Blue Point, obviously, Insomniac, Naughty Dog. And then they have a couple ones like Ben Studio, Pixel Ops, obviously Sony Santa Monica, Sucker Punch they just bought. I remember that. Valkyrie and San Diego Studio. That's their North America. And they have a couple ones over. They have Guerrilla Games, you know, obviously Horizon and all that stuff. A couple other ones, Media Molecule, right? Dreams and Little Big Planet.
Yeah.
And then they have a couple. They just bought the Team Asobi over in Japan. But so they have a few, but like if you look at Microsoft, they're like, "Yo, we're gonna buy everybody." And like,
it's like a fourth of what Microsoft
they bought
has.
Bethesda for more than Disney paid for Star Wars.
That's a lot of money.
The games make a lot of money. Elder Scrolls.
That's true. Like, you know, honestly, what Sony has right now is, you know what, that the other 2 major players are not doing, which I've complained about this whole time. They are putting out first-party games. If they continue on that cadence they're doing, they will be fine this generation. Horizon's coming out. God of War's coming out. All these games are just coming out. As long as they keep coming out. The Star Wars game probably coming out. Like, keep on coming out. Like, that's all they have to do, because Microsoft, they don't do any exclusives. That's not happening. Nintendo, who the hell knows? Like, they're pushing everything back to like 2029 at this point. So
you never know with Nintendo, because they don't announce a lot of things in advance. All of a sudden, there'll be like,
just gotta wait for
Nintendo Direct. And here's like, by the way, here's a big game coming out next month.
Look, and here's our Nindies. These are Nindies. We got Nindies. Okay. Where's Zelda? Where's Mario? It's
Speaking to that, and that's the other thing I love that PlayStation does, as far as new IPs. Like in the last 2 generations, they've come out with so many new quality IPs, and they're making sequels for them, but like just the way they've been reinventing games. Ghost of Tsushima was so big.
That was awesome.
Last of Us was so big. It's just like, just keep that up, and
that's the thing. That's all they have to do.
Yeah.
Sony just has to keep doing first party exclusives, and they will be fine, because those and that's, you remember that whole, we had this conversation when I was doing a lot of podcasting like 4 or 5 years ago. Oh, remember that whole thing? Single player first part of the experiences are dead. There's now almost shut.
Oh yeah, remember that.
Like, remember that whole that scuttlebutt for like that 4 or 5 months. Everyone's talking about that. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Like, this is what we want. This is what's happening.
What
yes, there
want.
is multiplayer, but come on.
And the other thing, I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep on going. They keep on bringing their games to PC.
Yeah,
so
PC, that's another thing.
Do that. I'm buying God of War in 2 weeks.
Yeah, every game that they're bringing to PC is selling gangbusters. Days Gone sold well.
God of War on the 22nd will sell.
God of War
I'm going to give them $60 because why? I have 3 copies, but it's okay. I'm going to give them another 60 because it's my favorite game. One of my
they come out with
10.
Bloodborne, like it's just gonna.
It's a wrap.
Keep on bringing them. Keep on bringing them to PC. They're gonna keep on doing well.
Unfortunately, the Final Fantasy VII remake PC port wasn't great. They're fixing it, but it wasn't great.
Yeah,
that's all right. I already have it on PS4. I'm good. So I want the retrograde expansion, but.
Yeah. Well, I mean, sorry to hear about that for Final Fantasy VII fans, but all right. So, for the interest of time, we're going to go through any other predictions we have for the year, from PC to VR to retro scene, any other thing miscellaneous that you.
Here's a prediction. I bet you more games get delayed.
Yay!
Wait, here we go. The Intellivision Amico gets pushed back to next year.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I totally forgot about that one.
Yeah,
Oh my
see?
God.
Yeah.
That's
The Coleco,
I forgot the Analog Pocket came out. Oh man.
Analog Pocket came out. Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Oh, and the play date that thing
Oh, yeah,
got pushed.
the play
I was
date,
sad about that. Oh, speaking of, did you guys pre-order? I did. But it's gonna get pushed back. Your Steam Deck. I pre-ordered that.
I want to
I
now.
pre-ordered that.
Celine's husband, or
I pre-ordered that.
Apollo. He
I don't know if
pre-ordered it.
I don't know if that's gonna come out anytime soon, which is the parts and stuff.
Yeah,
But
I was thinking about putting down my $5, but then after
I
that,
did.
it's just like
I did, Dale. We'll see what happens. Mine
but
was
yeah.
supposed to ship February, but right.
I
But
was
anyway,
thinking
games
about
are
it.
gonna get delayed
it'll
this
ship.
year.
It might take a while to get to you, but it's shipped.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
kind of the same thing why I
honestly-
didn't order the Analog Pocket. Just the
Nah,
delays,
that's
man.
not worth it. Yeah.
I got
Um,
my Series X. That's all I need.
Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah, games are gonna get delayed, and also one thing this year, I hope that the gaming space it's the beginning of at least the start of unionization for people in gaming. That's what I hope for this year,
Yeah.
because Activision Blizzard can go suck an egg. Those POSs.
Yeah, I will refuse to buy.
I will not. I deleted my Blizzard launcher in 2018. Haven't touched it since they did all the whole Taiwan thing. I was a diehard, hardcore Blizzard. Diablo 3 player, StarCraft player professionally. I played all that stuff. Don't touch their stuff anymore. Don't even go near it. Screw you guys.
Yep, not
so
buying
I'm
Call of
hoping that
Duty.
helps.
And
Nope.
I deleted all my Hearthstone stuff. So
Good job, man. Me saying, good on you, Mark.
Screw 'em.
That makes me, good on
they
you,
don't
man. Screw
deserve
them.
my money.
They don't not deserve money. They don't. So I'm hoping that at least there's a more equity as far as women and underrepresented minorities in gaming space, and I hope for just all workers in the gaming, like just having a good workplace, and hopefully that's the start of unions. So
Yeah,
at least
Hey,
there's some talk.
If
Right,
Bobby
good call.
Kotick is
Yeah, that's a
out
good
as
call.
CEO, I would
Screw that
consider it
guy.
a good year.
Oh, I hope, God, but dude, he's so rich. God damn it, he's so rich.
yeah, it's
Like
it's
so rich.
ridiculous,
I think his
but-
net worth. What is his net worth? Like 300 million, something like that. Like you look at. Let's see it. Let's see. Bobby shit. Kotick.
8 billion.
Jesus Christ.
No, 8 billion. I don't know. One site says 8 billion. One site says 600 million. Who knows?
Okay,
It's somewhere in between.
Somewhere in
600 and 1 billion. Okay.
I mean, my net worth is between $1 and $100 million. So somewhere in between there, right?
It's hard with billionaires because a lot of it's not liquid, but still.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, also the stock has also been tanking for the last 6
Yeah.
months.
Well, he's also the highest paid CEO in America, which is insane. Ugh, his
He
base
doesn't
salary
that
is
much
$30
money.
million.
He doesn't do anything.
Nothing.
He doesn't know anything about video. That's what really gets me. He doesn't know.
But
dick
he does
about
not.
video
He's not
games.
touched by video. He's the business guy.
He's never
Yeah.
played a video game in his life.
It doesn't
that's-
matter.
that's
He's running the
ridiculous.
company. He's running the company.
All right. Anything you had finance for predictions this year, or you good?
Yeah. My last two. I would say for VR, PlayStation's gonna announce
VR2.
their next VR headset. Yeah, their PSVR 2 at the tail end of this year.
Okay.
So, and then also we're also gonna see the same thing from Meta. We're gonna see an announcement for a new VR headset at the end of this year.
Hey, you guys are all of the same age, right? And you guys
Yeah.
can. I'm sure you've all have read, Ready Player One, right? And seen the movie, possibly, right? Like,
Yep.
I didn't much
you guys-
care for it. I thought it was such a.
I thought the movie was good because it was just the big dumb. I prefer it over Marvel
It's
movies.
pretty
but-
dumb.
Yeah, I liked it.
It was a Spielberg homage.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was fun and dumb. I love the book, the original book. Ready Player 2 was not good. But anyway, the book. My point is, there's a company in there called IOI that is eerily similar to what's happening in Meta. Just throwing it out there. Yeah, it's identical. Like, I just can't believe it. It's just like did they literally did Mark Zuckerberg read the book? It's like, oh, that's a good idea. That's pretty cool. We should take over the world and be an evil corporation and absorb people's brains and the Oasis. We should do that.
I could see that. Yeah.
Oh my god! Like, it's the evil. It's just like, what they want to create the evil empire with sex people's minds. It's I don't understand.
If Microsoft comes out with a VR headset, which I know they've been rumored for years,
HoloLens and
they got the
everything.
HoloLens, right? I think I might actually pre-order one.
Maybe.
Okay.
Okay.
I would rather get my money. Honestly, One of the things too that's holding me back is still from the Oculus there, the meta is the word meta. Like they're just, I can't. Like, they're eventually going to be the Oasis, and they're going to be IOI, and we're all going to be indentured slaves to them from holding our data hostage from.
Yeah, just delete your Facebook. Okay.
Yeah.
I use it as to keep all my photos. That's the only
I use it to promote my podcast. That's it.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's why I'm still on it.
I'm thinking about. So I just use it to keep up with old friends. And then anything for any retro predictions besides maybe Analog coming out with something else, or
Game Juice is gonna have a great year this year.
Nintendo's due for a 64 mini.
N64.
Yeah, I just mentioned that earlier. 64
They're
mini.
due for that.
Okay,
Yeah,
well, we'll see if it happens. I'm sure it will break the internet for a day or two, and then they'll sell a lot of pre-orders and
like what? Okay, real quick. I know we got time. Give me 5 games that aren't the main 5 games that we expect on the N64 Mini that to round out a library of 50.
Well, they won't have the wrestling games on it, so
yeah,
that's a big loss for me.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, SmackDown, right?
No Mercy.
No Mercy.
WrestleMania 2000.
2000.
Warzone.
Okay, but again,
GoldenEye probably would be on it.
No. I'm saying the 5 games that you expect to see. No, the 5 big. What are they going to round out with 15 other games on the N64?
Blast Core,
Wave Race, I hope.
Sin and Punishment.
Wave Race, me too. Yeah, Wave Race, of course. I think that's on. Yeah, Wave Race would be good. I think Cruising should be on there.
Cruising,
but they won't do that. But like Cruising USA, Cruising World will be good.
Blast Core,
Beetle
Adventure Racing, Body Harvest.
They can probably get Banjo-Kazooie too. Microsoft has been pretty liberal about letting that
anything rare they'll put on there.
Yeah, anything rare. Donkey Kong 64.
Well, we know the Donkey Kongs and all this, but like I'm saying, what? How do you get 15 other
Quest 64?
Oh yeah.
Quest.
I mean, you
just
could.
Put the
I would say Turok, but you can already.
I bet you they put Doom 64 on there. Honestly, Turok would be great, but they can't have the license anymore.
That's already on like all consoles.
Turok is so good. God, it's so good and so bad at the same time.
They already.
Yeah, like I'm trying to think of like other. I didn't have N64.
What third-party games are going to be on there?
Or games. Well, how do you round out to make it like 15 titles to make it worth buying? You know,
they're not going to put NBA Courtside on there, so.
Yeah, like
Kobe Bryant, but yeah, they're not going to do that. Like that was actually a really good basketball game for the N64 too. NBA Courtside.
But like, I don't know what other games like on the N64 were like. Oh my god, you have to because I was a PlayStation. I had a PlayStation, not N64. My friends had the N64, so I played over there. But it's like, I mean, say Wave Race, that's great. You know, that's some good. But
Wave Race is one of your favorite finals.
Yeah, I know.
It's a great game. Wave Race. But yeah, like
I don't know
Jet Moto, but that was PlayStation.
That's PlayStation. Wave Race.
I played Jet Moto.
F-Zero.
Yeah.
F-Zero X or no F-Zero 64.
Is the 64 one good?
It was back in. It was back in the day.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Was it good back in the day?
Yeah,
because I didn't play that. I played F-Zero on
Super Nintendo.
NES. Yeah.
And GameCube.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. Like, so, like, I believe you, Mark. Like, I mentioned earlier, the N64, but I'm trying to think. Like,
Mario Tennis.
You make 15 to 20 games.
It's going to be mostly Nintendo games.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Could sell it for like they could sell it at a premium because of that, even more, probably like 130.
Yeah, but especially with the controllers, they can make a bank out of it.
So how many games though? That's what I'm saying.
Games.
Like, but is that? I'm asking. We can't even think of 20 games right here. We've
got
like 11.
You're trying to say out of the obvious.
Okay.
Out of the obvious ones.
We're doing pretty good.
Okay, we have the main 5. The main 5 like Mario, Zelda, like all the big ones. Like cool. Like you mentioned like 4 or 5. That's like 10. And what else?
Original Smash.
Original Smash.
I guess. Well, that was one of the 5. That's
probably
5,
like Gauntlet Legends or something.
Gauntlet Legends. Yeah. Star Fox 64. Obviously.
Ogre Battle, Harvest Moon. Excite Bike, Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Like Donkey Kong, 64.
It's doable.
Pilot Wings.
You know.
Oh yeah, they will. They put Pilot Wings on everything, so they will. Yeah.
Pilot Wings. Yeah.
StarCraft 64. Why not?
Yeah.
So you guys predicting N64 Mini. So we'll have to see. Once it's announced, we'll definitely speculate what games because when it is announced, we're not gonna have the games right then and there. So. We'll definitely. It's definitely.
If any of those games are on the PS or on the Switch service, they won't be on the 64. So there's nothing there because they won't want to double dip. They don't like to double dip.
They double dip on the Super Nintendo stuff.
Yeah, they
Barely,
did.
like
They did.
4 games, like 4
They
games.
did.
I don't know the whole list because I don't have it, but I'm sure
have-
they've double dipped. Hold on, I got to print it out here.
I'm sure.
I have mine here modded too, but it's like it's not plugged in. But yeah, it has like 300 games on it now. But like, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So New Year's resolutions for video games and outside of video games. We'll do this quick. We'll do the rundown and then what we are playing, and then we'll call the show a wrap. So, real quick, any video game resolutions or anything outside of video games for New Year's resolutions? Besides spending more time with your families and your significant others and yada,
that doesn't work. That doesn't work with video games then.
I said one. I said or the other. Both.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm just messing around.
I don't really have none. No.
Okay.
I never resolution.
I reached 100,000 gamer score last year, so that's done.
Nice.
I do. I have this year. I didn't last year. Like 2021 was weird. I just kind of was a blur. Like I didn't play very many video games, and I wanted to more. I just didn't have the time or the mental energy, and so I think this year I want to play because it's something that I really enjoy doing. And so I'm gonna get back to my podcast and my streaming and doing what I like to do and doing all the stuff to do and playing more games for like leisure time instead of like, I feel. Last year I had so much to do that I felt guilty playing games. So I was just like, I can't sit down and play video game. But now I need to take the time to play some games. And again, that's why I, purchased, a couple things here recently, and I'm going to get it. And I'm just going to set a schedule. I just go through the backlog and just play games. Just play everything. Play with friends. You guys are a great group. You guys want to play games with me? Hit me up. I'll play anything ever. You guys can show me the light with Hades, right?
Yeah, that's the idea.
That's the goal.
Hell yeah! I am open. I am open to anything. Like I am very, very open when it comes to games. Like I'm very game magnet. I know games I don't prefer. I'm not good at, but that's what I want to do this year. Is just kind of just play more and enjoy more. Last year was one of those things where nothing was kind of scratching that itch. So you play a game for like 30 minutes and you try another. I just didn't do it. So this year, hopefully, I can get back in it. So.
All right, that's good. That's good. I know for me, just definitely improve this podcast in whatever way I can, and definitely improve my streaming. Just upgrading a few things. Like after this, I want to look at trying to get a new, better camera, and just spend time with my loved ones where I can. And then try to complete most of the video games I started. I think I did a pretty good. I think I did a pretty good job of that last year. I mean, I completed Metroid Dread, and people said that game was very hard, and it was hard, but I beat it, and I beat Link's Awakening, Ghost of Tsushima, just to name a few. But
good.
I know it's impossible to beat all the games we started, but I want to beat a good amount of them.
You better start on that lawn mowing simulator. I'm telling you.
Shut up! I'm not. That doesn't count. Let's forget. I should delete it from my hard drive right now. Actually,
I deleted it as well. Yeah,
you should play that right away and stream it for 8 hours in a row. Do like a streamathon and get donations and just mow the lawns, baby.
It'll be your most watched stream for sure.
Oh, I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Right on.
All right. So, anyone else with resolutions? No. All right. So let's go to the release rundown with stay safe, definitely. Best health to everyone out there, definitely. Good.
That's the biggest thing for me.
So the release rundown, which is very quick, Deep Rock Galactic for the PS5 and PS4. It's already on Xbox Games Pass, so not very much going on this week coming out in terms of video games. Like I said, I'm going to try to give this game a try. So either sometime, maybe later today.
Let me know. We'll do it. Yeah, we'll play.
Yeah. I definitely want to check it out. It looks real interesting. I was looking at some previews, so I have it downloaded. So that was very quick. So what are we playing? Last segment of the show before we call it a day. Who wants to start? Anyone?
Mark, what you got?
I'll start. I'm playing Power Wash Simulator, boys. Power Wash Simulator.
Woo!
You and your damn simulator games. I mean,
I love it.
We've been talking about it for the last month. So I said I was going to try out all these ones. Now, I was going to try Gas Station Simulator, but it did not want to work on my crappy laptop. But Power Wash Simulator will work on my crappy laptop, and it actually works pretty well. It's just it sounds stupid, but it's really satisfying. Just to get in there, and now that
I heard about this last year.
Now that I've unlocked like the best power washer
best
out there. Like
nozzle,
you can
yeah.
really get in there and clean and wash it all away. And it's better than lawn mowing simulator because it's very satisfying. Like when you get close to finishing, it really lets you know that you're done with it. And then like there's lots of the thing glows and it's like 100%, like that area is done. Whereas lawn mowing simulator didn't do any of that, and you were like, "What the hell?"
No.
I'm gonna take that audio clip right there. That was amazing.
That's awesome.
It's really fun. It's it's a good way to just kill time. You just put it on, like you do a little bit, and see, it's fun. It's nothing serious, but like you get a good 30 minutes out of it, and then you come back later. It's nothing you got to play a ton of, but it's something that like, oh, I'm on my break from work. I just pop on the laptop, boom, play a little, do a little cleaning, done. Nothing serious. It's just funny. Matt was talking about it for the longest time too. He's like his stress release game. So I had to try it. So that's the reason that's what I'm playing it. The other game I'm playing is Lego Jurassic Park because the wife's been off from work.
I just started that.
And we loved playing the Lego games, and we finished almost all of them, at least the ones that I liked. Lego Jurassic Park, big fan of it. It's a Lego game. I don't really got to explain much more than that.
What are you playing it on?
1X. Series, not 1X, Series X and 1X. It works on both. So depending on who's got the, if my kid has the TV, the main TV, it works on both. So that's what's nice about Xbox. I could just easily go between the two. It's a fun game. There's nothing wrong. I like
with Lego games. Yeah,
they're the exact properties. They just put in Legos, so you can everything you remember. Nostalgia, it's great.
They're a little bit harder than I like. Every time I like jump into a new one, they're a little bit harder than I like always anticipate.
Yeah, I started Lego Pirates of the Caribbean, and I was like, "Oh, this is not super easy."
It's not a walk in the park. Let me tell you,
it's a collectathon, and it's very satisfying to get everything in a level, and then get 100% the level, 100% the game, get all the achievements. It's one of those where it's like, okay, I'm gonna 100% this game. Let's have fun doing it. It's nothing serious. You can't die. There's nothing to worry about dying.
And they're funny.
It's a great co-op game. Yeah, they're funny because they definitely add some stuff to it.
Yeah, Lego games are always funny.
Now Lego Jurassic Park, they do talk in it.
Oh, I know they don't do like the
no.
Chris Pratt's in it.
Yeah.
Yes, they have all the actual voices.
Oh, really? Okay.
Jurassic Park 1, 2, 3, and World.
Oh, wow. Cool.
So it has all of those. They have the actual voices. Some of it's like ripped directly from the movie, so it's a little.
Oh yeah, they take the little lines like.
Yeah, it's not like re-recorded, so it's direct from the movie.
That's funny.
But Lego Harry Potter does not have voices. I think that was the last one that didn't have voices.
Right. I know none of the Batman.
They all have voices now. Ever since I want to say Lego City Undercover, which if you haven't played, is probably the best Lego. But it's a fun co-op game that me and the missus are playing. It's not Overcooked. I'm needing more Overcooked levels. We beat them all.
Oh, Overcooked is fun, man.
Well, we've beat every level.
Right.
Multiple times. Like we've beaten the game like 7 or 8 times, 4-star at every level, all the downloadable, 1 and 2, the all you can eat. Like we've played it all. Like I need more, but it's just not out there.
All right.
You can only play so much.
Cook, serve, delicious. Go.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
It isn't. But it's kind of a management thing and cooking.
It's not like a multiplayer though. Like I like that kind of thing, that Overcooked style of game.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It looks great. It feels great. It's chaotic. It's fun.
All right.
That's where I'm at.
Sounds good, definitely. Ted, you want to go next with what you've been playing?
Yeah. So basically, I'm going to take my time up for this little guy right here that I've showed. For those in audio, I'm holding up a new 3DS XL. These things are fire right now on the internet, so you will be paying a pretty penny for one of these to try to get these. But I actually got this for a good deal. A guy got rid of it. Brand spanking new in the box, only been used once, no scratches, nothing. But I modded it, and I have hundreds of games on it. I'm holding it up to the camera, but I am loving this system. My hot take is that this is a better system than the Nintendo Switch. It was way ahead of the time. I can't believe I didn't play this before. There's so many things on here. I mean, there's a bunch of games in here. Like I downloaded all the Nintendogs games for my wife to see if she wanted to play those. I'm trying to get her into more video games. But yeah, like everything from all the Lego games here. Like I have, Lego The Hobbit, Lego movie video game, Lego Lord of the Rings, Lego Harry Potter's, Luigi's Mansion. I have like 7 Mario games on here, Angry Birds, Bravely Default, all these different games on here. And I'm playing right now A Link Between Worlds for Zelda.
Great
I'm
game.
playing
Very great game.
Yeah, it's such a good game. I'm playing actually surprisingly is Kirby Planet Roboto. That game.
Oh yeah, I want to get that
awesome.
one.
That is so good. It is. I mean, it is.
I think it's like the
love
best
Kirby
game out there.
It
period.
is unbelievable. It is so much fun. I'm having a good time with that. I have Dragon Quest 7 and 8. I'll probably start. We mentioned the Dynasty Warriors games, but actually the Hyrule Warriors Legends is actually pretty good. It's a little Dynasty Warriors-esque. And I also have like Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time 3D, and the Majora's Mask 3D on here as well. But yeah, there's so many games here. I have all the Paper Mario games, all the good stuff here. But this is a really great system. It feels good. It's just a cool amount of things you can do on it. I also can play DS games, GBA games, but this is by far one of my favorite systems I've ever owned in my life. I've wanted one for a couple of years, got it a great deal on OfferUp, and I am not disappointed at this. So it wasn't that hard to mod. I love modding anyway, so it's just it's like a fun little project. But yeah, I have a 128 gigabyte card, and you have to do some little finicking to get that to work. But once you do, it is smooth and it's so super easy to use. And this is a great system. So I am having fun, and it helps too. So like when I'm in my little studio in my office playing video games away from like the wife, it's kind of like, oh, like I'm in here by myself, but like this is the way she can watch one of her shows. I can be on the couch playing this, and we can still kind of be and interact in the same deal. But it's been great. So that's what I've been gaming on. I'm playing a lot of other things, but right now the 3DS is taking up a lot of time, which I'm very happy about. So
yeah, the 3DS definitely. I mean, it's I know for me, it's just it was either like I've been playing a lot of that, and I still kind of want the Vita, but I'm glad I'm glad that I don't got the Vita yet, because just time is just so just scarce with the 3DS. So I mean, got a great titles, and don't forget it could also do Super Nintendo on there as well. F-Man, you want to talk about what you've been playing?
Yeah, absolutely. So let's see. I got my Series X. So I am, like I said, I just been downloading everything. I've been playing a ton of games. Most recently I played The Gunk. I've been playing Flight Simulator. Been playing Halo. So I mean, I'm really just been running the gamut, just playing like every Series X game that I can play. I'm absolutely in love with Halo and Flight Simulator, though.
Halo is so good, dude.
Halo,
get at me with that. Just add me and let's play.
Yeah, no, I'm wrong video, but no, I'm totally
3DS is good.
No, I'm totally down to play some Halo. I this generation, I was very much like just didn't see as much value in buying a PlayStation right away.
He's been a PlayStation guy for years, so this is a first for him.
Yeah, so I keep on doing that, but anyway,
you gotta find
it. But I've seen the value in buying a Series X, so have that. I'm happy with Game Pass, and I'm gonna keep on playing Halo. And that's pretty much it. Yeah. What about you, Justin?
All right. Well, I mean, I've been playing like a lot of games. Like, I don't know if you catch me on stream. I was actually streaming this guy yesterday for y'all.
I was playing that the other day. Yeah.
Nice.
Sonic Generations.
I have that on this.
I also have been playing this game, Scott Pilgrim. One of your favorites, Linus.
Yeah, I love that.
You got the physical one. Oh, was that the
the complete edition? I got it as a Christmas gift, actually. I already had it downloaded, but I'll definitely keep it because it's a limited run. But it kind of reminded me I had it, so I was just like, all right, I'll definitely give this a pop. And it's a real fun game. Definitely, I want to play co-op with someone. When it comes to beat 'em ups, I can always play them by myself, but it's just like, all right, this would be a lot more fun if someone was with me. Definitely.
I don't know if it's possible, but I had that game on
the PS3,
on the 360. So it's still on my hard drive, and I can download it again, but I don't know if it'll work.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the infrastructure.
Yeah, I don't. It probably won't, but yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's fun though. But definitely, if we all want to play some beat 'em ups, I guess the
Hey, you know
Capcom
me.
beat 'em up bundle. That's always a good one. But yeah, so I've been playing a bit of that. It is definitely something else. One of the best beat 'em ups I've played in a very long time. And then, of course, the other game I've been playing is Forza Horizon 5. Oh yeah, Sonic Generations. Oh yeah, that's the 3DS version. Yeah, I got that game for 3DS. After the show, I'll show you my 3DS collection. I think you'll be impressed. But yeah, Forza Horizon 5. You know, I'm just getting car after car after car
Oh,
after
I should
car.
play that with you too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
I'm
is
done jumping that one too. Oh.
yeah. That's if you haven't started it yet. I mean, I know Mark was really pushing me to start it. But yeah, just once I got on it, it was just it's been a very
Better
good.
than 4. I remember we tried to play 4 a couple years ago, and it was a little wonky, the multiplayer for us to get on. But is this one
Yeah,
better than 4? I heard
I
it's
think
better because like the Mexico is kind of
yeah
varied and very cool.
yeah. Well, yeah, I think it is, but I know. Well, this is what Mark said. I'll try to paraphrase what he said as best he could. He didn't like the boring countryside look of what was Forza
4,
Horizon 4. So, but
yeah,
this is like a lot better, and I gotta agree with him there. The scenery is actually really good in this
it's
game.
varied. I heard all the different
Yeah,
biomes. It looks different.
yeah, definitely. So, I will give him that much with the scenery, and then obviously the cars are always good too. But just I think the game is like a lot more clear, and then there's actually more of a. I don't want to give away too much, but there is a campaign that you can do if
Cool.
you
And a lot
know.
of quality and life improvements, like with
Yeah,
everything. So a lot of the wonkiness you might have seen in 4 might be gone now.
yeah.
Cool.
They
Well, yeah,
really
that's the
they
multiplayer.
improved the game a lot, so I'm
Good.
definitely enjoying it. And then definitely dip into some more games this week. I mean, I hope to play the I keep forgetting the title of it, but the Deep Rock Galactic
Deep
game, and
Rock
then
Galactic. Yep.
yeah, and then try to get a little more further with Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Hopefully, maybe I'll stream some of it here and there. All right, so. Oh, and then, but I guess before we go, I wanted to do that one shout out, Finance, about that player who got 100 consecutive
Wins. Yeah.
wins in that in Halo Alt Free for All.
hmm
That's kind of crazy. Just
Yeah. He was
that's
going
just
for 50, and then he hit 50, and he's like, "Why not go for 100?" then he got 100. That is absolutely insane.
That's
yeah.
nuts. I saw
Yeah,
that.
I wanted to. Yeah, I meant to bring it up during our
That's
Microsoft
fine.
segment, but
He got his time. Cool. Good job, man. We play a lot of video games.
All right. So I want to get that out there. For Mark, aka Mr. Madness, who had to run, Ted, the Teditor, Finest, OVG. I'm Justin, aka Too Tall for You Fool. Just want to thank you all for watching or listening to episode number 69 of the Game & Watch podcast.
Nice.
And we are out. Y'all have a good week. We will be back with you with another episode next week. Later, guys.
Peace out. Later.
Later.